What is up, everybody? Collector Joey here. Hopefully, you guys are having an amazing day today, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the week. So, today is another episode of Cop or Drop. You guys love tuning into this, and we love having y'all here and just having a good time, just talking about some figures. But today we have some interesting topics to talk about. And while you're coming in, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and hit that like and subscribe button for everybody in here. Their stuff is in the description below. Everything's right there. But let's not waste any more time. I'm going to have to move my camera like I kind of always do so I can see everybody, and then I'll move it back later. But first, I want to announce someone, the artist, I guess, of our group here. This is going to be a good old Spotchka. How are you doing today?
What's going on, Joey, man? Welcome back to Copper Drop, everybody. I'm glad to be here. Got a very exciting month coming up, bro. Man, wow. What an exciting episode to do, bro. We have an amazing guest with us tonight.
Yeah, we do, man. Very special guest.
Hell yeah.
The next I know I always say he's the famous one, but I'm not going to say that no more. This is going to be Mr. Austin Nicholas. What is up? How are you doing? I know he don't like that, so you're the most unpopular. The most unpopular. Is that better?
I only care about the people in the live stream and you guys right now. So.
All right.
Thanks for another invite, Joey.
Of course. No, you're always here. This is the OGs. Speaking of the OGs, we got the last one here of the OG, Mr. Steve. How are you?
What's up, guys? I'm good, dude. How you doing? What's up, everybody? Good. Welcome back for another episode. Glad I could make it tonight. Another game time decision.
Another game time decision, man.
That's life, man. Thanks for
that's life. It's busy time right now. So yeah, but excited to be here. Excited to talk about figures, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But we do have the last guest of the night. You guys know him. You've seen him. You could see how he's changed our backgrounds here and everything. We got Mr. Costa himself. What is up, man?
What's going on? Thank you for having me on, man.
Of course.
Yeah, this is great. It's great to see and interact with some new people.
I know, right?
What's up, everybody?
Hey, what is up?
What is up, man?
Yeah,
Happy to have you on, bro.
Yeah, this is a whole new audience for you. I'm usually watching you on Brother Cousins or Lael show all the time, but glad to have you here.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Let's have some fun.
I know. So let me just talk a little bit with the chat real quick, or say who's in the chat. So we had Evil Sneaker was first in here today, of course.
What a guy!
He's always first. Brick wasn't second today. That would be the movie canon. What is up? He's saying hello, everyone, fellow collectors. Gio here from SoCal. What is up from SoCal?
Welcome, Gio.
How are you doing? Peyton, always here, man. What's up, man? Yeah, I know he is just always here. Saying Austin is here too. Hello, Austin. We got Brick Artemis in here. Hopefully I will have Brick on a show one of these days. That would be really cool. I would love that. Yomo, as always, here. How are you? Great dude. Dawson Davy, how are you? That's a new name. We got Chris here. What's up?
My man.
And Bones is here. Hello, Bones. I saw you on I think it was Steve's stream as well. Glad to see everybody here. What is up? But guys, I don't. Oh, my boy is in here too. SpongeBob SquareBalls. I also hope to have SpongeBob SquareBalls on here as well one day. I think I have it planned for us. We're gonna have to get that straightened out. What I like to do is kind of get the chat that I see all the time, never like on the live streams, but actually like the chat come in here. Like I did Boba that one time, and I forgot who else. Zio's not really in the chat much, but he's out there though.
Had Late Bloomer on here too.
Late Bloomer too. Yep.
Had
Mike. Yep. I can't believe I forgot everybody. But let's kind of get into.
Don't worry, you won't be forgotten, man.
I was about to say, just so you know,
you will not be forgotten.
You will be forgotten, chat. All those in the chat.
Let me actually put.
Who are they? I don't even remember.
Oh well. No, I remember. So guys, let's actually get this started with asking Costa just a couple questions, because I know Costa, you've probably been asked this 5 million times. So I just got 2 questions so the new audience can kind of get a background for you. When did you actually start collecting? Is like I guess 1/6 figures, and that doesn't have to be Hot Toys, but
1/6 I would say 2015. My wife knew I was like scoping out Sideshow.
Yeah.
And she got me that Vader. That's the Sideshow Vader.
What a wife. She's
I know.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, she's also she's added to my collection. She got the Force Awakens Han and Chewie back there.
Sheesh.
She got the old man Obi-Wan up there. Ms. Marvel, Gamora. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it for now. But she likes to surprise me, but what happens is that the surprise usually gets spoiled before the Christmas day. So then she has to.
That's happened to me.
Yeah, it's happened 4 years in a row where some weird thing happens where the guy like Han and Chewie, the guy just sent it in the shipper box, which that's fine. Yeah. I don't care. But you can see what's on the side of it. And I was the one that answered the door.
Oh my God.
I was like, what is this? That was like 2 weeks before Christmas.
Really?
But
you saw the name, like it says it on the side? It was just like the actual box?
Yeah, it says SW.
Oh, okay.
7,
just try not to look, just like walk like that.
Yeah. You saw that black logo flame at the bottom of the box. And it's like, ooh.
It wasn't purposeful, but I started actually collecting toys back in the early 90s. When I was a teenager. I mean, I guess like when I was a kid, my parents, my mom, this is gonna sound so privileged, but like if we did something good, she always had like a Transformers hidden in her closet, so she would bring them out and be like, hey, which hand? And we'd pick a hand, and I'd get one Transformer and my brother would get another one. Or Christmas was fun. 1 year back, I think it was like 82. They were just lazy. They worked late. Restaurants, owning your own business and all that stuff. Greeks, that's what we do. Instead of wrapping all the Star Wars figures, they just shoved them in a trash bag and we're like, here you go.
I think I've had that done for me too.
Yeah. There you go. Enjoy. But it was great, and I still have a lot of those figures today. But yeah, I got when they restarted the Star Wars, the Kenner Hasbro line in '95. I got really into that. I was doing Spawn stuff before that, but when they relaunched that, I had like everything. I even bought board games, which I didn't want because they would pack in figures with board games, which at that point I was like, you know what, this is not worth it. But then Hot Toys came along and saved my life.
Yeah, that's what they did for me and Funko. They saved my life too, man.
So yeah, in the 90s, I've been collecting a long time.
Hey,
I'm an old man.
I heard those are the. What'd you say, Austin?
Veteran collector.
Hell yeah.
Dude, 2 a.m, going to Walmarts back in the early 2000s, like getting the first boxes of the Star Wars. So you get the 1 in like 10 packed figures and stuff. Yeah. Getting kicked out of Walmart because you're opening their boxes early. Sure. Yes. That was me.
I think I remember
to have a friend that worked at Walmart too. That was like in that area in the department that was stocking the boxes. They could text you, be like, "Hey, here you go.
Well, to even go to Walmart at 2 a.m. not happening anymore.
No,
bring that back.
Yeah, Walmart. it's crazy how I guess COVID is more thriving at night. That's I always heard that funny joke. Let's see. And the next question I kind of wanted to ask you was, how many like 1/6 figures do you have, and like what's the main IP that you think is in those 1/6 figures?
I don't know exactly how many I have because you see behind me, there's like a pile of boxes there that are unpacked, and then in that closet,
hold on, let me see.
There's
in there. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, and then in the closet back there.
Oh my god, I can see you like real good now.
Full of figures. Yeah, I have like.
Oh, it's like layers.
Stuff. I got like boxes of unopened.
Oh, I see that Jack Skellington
box. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a new like Squishmallow.
Yeah.
My dirty room here right
now.
You're
good.
I'm trying to redecorate, but like I got the new R5D4 just sitting here.
Oh damn it!
Awesome, you're just like me and Steve.
I need that one. Yeah.
This is a sealed clone pilot.
Need that one too.
I had to scale back, and like it's hurting me inside because there's the ones that I really want that I had to recently cancel, but I'll get them. We're just taking a hiatus.
Yeah, you gotta do that sometimes.
But I respect the Squishmallow, man. That's really cool.
Well, I have. Well, my we were at Target, and she's like, "They got Jack Skellington Squishmallow. You want it? It'd go great in the pop culture living room on the couch." And I'm like, "Yeah."
They're great accessories for the
couch. Man.
They're coming out with an Ahsoka and a Chopper Squishmallow. So.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, that's tempting. We'll if they're at Target, yeah, definitely. I'm mainly collecting Star Wars right now.
Yeah.
I would love to go back and get like phase 1 through 3 figures for Marvel. Not all of them.
Yeah.
But just I want to finish the Guardians line. But yeah, there are a lot of figures from there. I'd love to get the Black Panther. Because I used to last year or the beginning of this year, I would cycle through every single Marvel movie, phase 1 through 3, and I did it like 4 months in a row, just like rewatch them over and over, and they just give me a nice little dopamine hit every time I watch them. Like I would say my favorite is Infinity War, only because at the end everybody there's that sadness, and I'm like, oh, I'm a sucker for just make me cry when Peter is like, Mr. Stark. Mr. Stark.
I mean, on top of that, too, dude, Infinity War is like probably Marvel's best paced movie.
I think so too.
Like that rewatchable factor just gets better and better and better.
It does. And then I love the first Iron Man. Like I could rewatch that all the time.
Me too.
But yeah, mainly right now just Star Wars, because that was like my thing growing up. Just love Star Wars. I'm hoping we get some more OT stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
It's my main IP.
If you could, do you think you could guess how many you have? Figures? Just guess.
I think in here there's like 50.
Okay.
So I don't know. There's probably probably 100.
Okay, that's good.
I don't know. I'm like whispering, like somebody's gonna hear me, but like I'm hiding. No, I'm gonna start taking those out. They're ready as soon as I finish these other cases that I have.
Yeah, we know you're busy. We know that.
Yeah. I've got them everywhere. Like I've got like 2 over there.
Yeah. Dang.
The one massive one right there.
I'm also impressed with the space that you have too.
Yeah.
That's one of those unspoken things that doesn't get talked about as much as the figures itself. but the space that you have to actually work with.
Yeah,
I really like that upper shelf.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, these are,
I might have to make one of those.
These are all. So, like this one that's above my desk, I have it. I want to say it's like 8 inches deep, so it's enough for 2 rows of figures.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna put like a floating shelf in there and just have like 2 rows of figures up here. That one that's on the wall over here is the size of one of these. Like the top row, it's one of those boxes. It's massive. It could fit a vehicle easily in there and a lot of other stuff. But that's gonna be, it's gonna be a lot, more figures. And then the 2 that are hanging up over here, I have lots of plans. I have all the acrylic and everything. I just need to sit down and put them all together. And I'm debating on whether I should just like video myself just doing it and it just have like some fun back, behind the scenes stuff.
I know you, man. I can't imagine how, like, just doing these unboxings and stuff is killer. But I can't imagine you doing these videos where you have to keep up with numbers, you have to keep up with how much measurements you have to do. Bro, that's all props to you, man, because I could not do that.
I didn't think I would ever do a tutorial, but like I wanted Maji cases, and then I priced them out, and then I was like, okay, and then I looked online for people, somebody makes something, what let me see what DIY stuff out there. There were people that did make garage shelves, but I didn't like the fact that they weren't like that premium.
Yeah,
they looked like they were using like curtains for a backdrop. I wanted something more sealed. Oh, are you? Sorry.
Temporary.
No. So I sat around one day and I'm like, I want something to look as premium as the Maji case, but I need to do it in a less expensive fashion. And then I started thinking about IKEA and like furniture wood backboards that you like hammer into the back of furniture, when you're making a dresser or something. I'm like, they have to sell that somewhere, right? Somebody's got to have that somewhere. And I found that Home Depot had it, and then it just started. And my wife was like, you should just film yourself doing this.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, but I don't want to be known as the display case guy. I'm trying to be the review and all that guy, but now I'm accepting, what am I going to do?
That's why I didn't want to like, I know that it's hard to be that one guy that just is known for that, but I mean, you can do both, honestly. I mean, you can have in between, reviews in between. Eventually it'll even itself out.
Well, the thing that I'm finding out that I'm not just attracting people in the 1/6 collecting. I have a lot of diverse people, like statue, Legos, sneakers, Funko Pops, just all kinds of people asking me questions, talking to people, people that are still part of the community, and I'm like, you already built your case, wow, I'm happy that you guys stuck around, and there's a lot of people that are still active in the community, in my little community, on my community tab, and I'm very grateful for that. And
so, I mean, every time I look in the background of someone's video and I see Daniel right here and also Austin, and I used to have some myself, first thing I think of is you, of course, like that's something that's really cool. I think I mean, I don't know if everybody else thinks that, but I do.
I'm not the first.
I know you're not the first, but
garage shelf, but I premiumed it up. I made it so that people can feel good about their collection when they come into their room. They know that they built it themselves. You're like, oh shit, that looks really good. Oh wait, I built it myself. You get that pride feeling, and yeah, I wanted. Listen, I'm a name brand whore. I like Maji case. I was like looking at that. I was looking at this legendary displays back in the but this was in like right before the pandemic and all that stuff. And then and I didn't want to make something that was just like, I didn't want to make something that I would look at and be like, oh, I still spent a considerable amount of money on it, and I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The other thing I justified it was like, if I was to buy, let's say I buy a Maji case, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they ship it, and there's a scratch here or there, and that's gonna happen. You're gonna get, it's not gonna always come perfect, because working with the aluminum, like the other cases that are up here are the aluminum extrusions, and those do, if you can get nicked up pretty easy, pretty quick. Like I can live with me making a little mistake on this case because it's not really costing me that much.
Yeah.
But if there's a couple of things that bug me with a display case I spent a lot of money on that somebody else made, and there's just this like one little flaw, but you don't want to send it back because you waited 8,000 years to get it in the first place. I feel much better with the flaw on my thing than the flaw on the thing that I spent somebody to make, and it was way more expensive.
That makes perfect sense. And one more thing I wanted to say is that you aren't just building these cases, and it's just not us building these cases. This goes for me, it goes for Daniel and Austin, and probably a lot more other people, is that you bring a lot of people together building these cases. Like our girlfriends helped us build these cases.
Oh, yeah?
You know? She didn't help me. She built.
You were there, Austin. You were there, Austin.
In spirit. Yeah. I was there in spirit.
But you're just bringing people together.
That
I
is
like
awesome,
that.
Austin.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Costa, you know, I definitely don't want to take anything away from everything you've created, because you are like the staple of it all. Man, I'm biased. I think mine is absolutely amazing, but I think it has something to do with what you just said. I didn't necessarily build it myself, but it's like the pride of like, Rachel did this for me. It just means a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really cool. I might have to do one of those, like that one you showed me above your monitor. I probably would have like considered doing the cases that you make if I haven't been collecting that long. I probably have. I think I ordered mine before I even knew about you doing cases. But like, there's also it looks like they're very versatile as far as like how you can design them. Can you pretty much like do whatever dimensions you want on them?
Yeah. So if I wanted, you can change it up. The shelf down here now I figured out a way to add floating shelves so that you can
it's really nice.
Slide them up and down, and
I remember watching.
you can. I'm thinking about changing the dimensions on this one so I can have a little bit closer together. The reason why these are like 3 big spots is because 24 inches deep. If you put them 15-inch heights and put all 5 shelves in, you won't see the stuff in the back.
Yeah.
So this way. Now, you can do it with an 18-inch shelf, and you could do, if you're just doing figures and no vehicles, you can do the same thing on an 18-inch wide shelf, and then you have a few rows of figures with a 48-inch wide or in length, and you can have more shelves and put a couple of risers in there and have different levels, and that'll be that might even be more more cheaper. More cheap. No, that will be cheaper because those racks are much cheaper, and then you don't have to do much acrylic on the side. You're only doing 18 inches, which the acrylic will be cheaper, and the sides are easy because I just use one. I don't know if you can see that. This is just one piece of acrylic.
Yeah.
On the side, but then I have these guys like here.
Oh wow.
These like little, because I have a 36 by 24 inch shelf right here. So that's 36 by 24, and it comes out this way. So I have about 12 inches like protruding out, and I decided to make my own little divider. Windows. Yeah. And I have these cases connected together with this big piece of weather stripping foam. It's like an inch thick. So it's all around it. So it seals it up, and it's open in the back. So I don't have acrylic like in between them. I just only on the part on the outside.
Whenever I was
nice mine, that's nice. You can just slide that like piece out, because module cases, it's like you either don't put them in, you connect them, and you don't put in that middle piece of acrylic, or if you put them in, like you're shoving them down into these channels. So you probably, I don't know if you've like how much experience you have with module cases, but you know what I'm talking about. You have to like shove them down into those plastic channels, and it like seals them tight. You cannot get that acrylic out after you put it in.
Yeah, the other cases that I showed you that are hanging on the wall are pretty much like module case.
Yeah.
Like copies.
Yeah.
Like
similar.
here. Like the little case I've been working on. You see
very similar.
The aluminum extrusion. Yeah. And then the sides it's in there with a
dang, that's a cool little case too.
Yeah.
That is cool.
So basically you just found out their secret. And just...
I need one of those. I need one of those to put like an individual figure in.
Let me
that's so cool.
Here. Wait, let me see if I can get it to.
Because I know you like have like a kit that we could buy too as well, don't you? Or is that up yet?
So I have a kit for the floating shelf. So the piece that you can connect to the shelf and then add the shelf to these pieces that you connect to put it on your garage shelf. I have a kit for that where all you need to do is go to Home Depot, have somebody cut a piece of wood to the size that you need, which with a 48-inch shelf is 1,203 millimeters, but got to figure out that in inches.
No, you don't have to go in depth with it like that.
But anyway, so here, let me see. This is... That's it.
Let's see. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it's got. I put a light on the floor and on the ceiling.
That looks good. I love the diffused light too.
Yeah, So this tutorial's coming soon.
Oh,
I just changed. I changed the. I'm like going through a show and tell here.
No, you're good.
I changed the frame to be a little bit different and bigger. It's just it's a bit taller and a little bit wider.
Yeah, you fit probably like 3 in there after that if you can, huh? 3 figures.
You could. I think I want it just maybe a couple inches taller, but so that you can put like a stand where they're floating, flying stand, a flight stand or whatever.
Yeah.
But these for me, I'm gonna be mounting them on my wall in like individually, and then you can connect all the lights together.
Yeah.
So that you use one plug. These the LEDs I use are for this one are dimmable, which is
that's always good.
Just great. And,
that's what I wish the Luke lights were dimmable as well.
Oh, they're not dimmable?
Nope.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, they're expensive too.
Luke lights?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
You know what? They probably are. Let's see.
You're about to drop everything. I like how easy the front comes off too.
Yeah, it comes off easy, but it is on there. Like the way I
you can hear it snap.
Yeah, so the strength on this thing is just it's crazy. Like with Module Case, I know they use a few like a couple of button
Let me see.
What do you think?
Looks good, man. Look at that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, I love how the light comes from the bottom and the top.
Yeah, that's why I call it the Grail case.
The Grail case.
Grails in here.
Oh man,
but
I love it.
It's been like a prototype for a while, and I'm trying to make it easier to make. It's not going to be. It's not cheap to make, but it's. I mean, I'm sure it would cost, like, to get something customized like this probably will run you a pretty penny.
Yeah,
because I wish I could make these and sell them, but it really is expensive, and I don't have a wholesaler's license, so I don't get things wholesale. It'd be straight, but I really like Gamora in here. That's good. That's the first time I put her in there. That's usually like John Wick or the Death Star gunner. I'll put in there because he's that black with the bright light. So
there's gonna be a lot of people that want to build that one specifically for like artisan figures like Anakin and Joker that are coming out.
Oh my god, I forgot about the artisan. Yay! I'll put my Anakin.
Yeah, that'd be a good artisan. That'd be a good artisan case for sure.
Oh yeah,
it will.
All right, it's now called.
How much is that? Can I ask you? Are you okay with me
case.
asking you how much does that cost you, like in part, like just in materials?
It's kind of tricky with the aluminum, only because I've been trying to find places that will just cut the aluminum to size. There's only one really good place, and that's in the UK. It's very cheap, except the shipping.
Yeah.
The shipping can get expensive.
Kills it.
Now, if you buy a lot, the pieces come down in price. The problem I'm having with the company that I use in the UK now has changed from FedEx to DHL, and DHL, those guys are just ripping people off. I swear the prices on the stuff it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it sucks.
It also depends on like what you get.
Sure.
Some of the stuff they'll send Royal Mail, but if it's too long, you can't send it Royal Mail, and Royal Mail is only like 20 pounds, which it's not that much. But this, I was trying to make them for under 150. So at the time I made this, I think it was like 150. I think lighting and everything. But now it's so fluctuating with like
with all the
acrylic goes up, acrylic goes down. It's crazy.
Sure. I mean, that's only $50 more than what Sideshow costs for like a display case that size that they sell with like the little 4 lights that pop into the top. If you've seen those, like
Miami's Nemesis. Yes, you can hang these. I have. If I can hang those, right up there. Yeah, you can hang these little guys. I have mini French cleats, so they will not come down. Just find a nice stud to put them in, and you won't have to worry. Like this fucker's in there. That's not coming down. That is not coming down.
Oh shit!
And these have been up since like, I want to say since January, at least December, and they have not had haven't had issues with any of them. So yeah, I wish I could find a place in the US to do the aluminum. I did find one place that I will show you for the when I release the video for my risers that I use aluminum and wood for. That they're back there. There's this place in the US that it's much cheaper to go through them if you want like 2-inch, or you don't want anything too long. The only thing is, you have to buy the length and tell them to cut it to the size. So you have to figure out how many millimeters or inches, like what size you need. Let's say I need like a 2-inch, 4 2-inch things, and I have to buy a 10-inch item and then have it cut into 2-inch pieces. Yeah. You have to tell them you have to cut it into 2-inch pieces. Then you also have to tell them that you want it threaded so that you can use a screw. The place in the UK does all that for you. You're just like, I want this size, and they send it that size, and they're like, do you want it threaded? Yes, let's thread it and do it that size without the shipping. Like this thing, the aluminum would cost about $20. But with the shipping, it adds like another $50 or more onto it because of
shipping is crazy,
and it's ridiculous. It's the shipping people. I don't think it really costs that much to ship, but
probably not.
Whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
Well, anyway. Yeah. Well, whenever you do it, everybody be on the lookout for that one. That video we'll be looking for it.
Yeah, and the one thing I'm gonna do about these, I know a lot of people have like reservations about soldering stuff. I'm thinking about making the light kits so that they'll measure to so the video will be a specific size case, and if you want the light kit, it'll be measured out, and you just need to peel off the stuff and then slide it in. Like you can't see it, but the wires are hidden in the channel.
Yeah.
And then I have a slot cover, and you just cover the wires. You can't see the wires in there. It's just a nice black.
Yeah.
Like the wires are back here, but they're but you can't see them because I show you how to cover them. But I'm thinking about making light kits for them, so
that'd be cool.
Anyway.
All right, guys. Well, let's get into some of the comments real quick while we're here. Let's see. I don't know where I stopped, so we're gonna start. We're gonna start right here with Sims Collectibles. What is up? It said, "Hey, Austin, finally catching one of your live streams." Yes,
that's one of my buddies from Australia. Great guy, great collector, great collection. Has his own YouTube channel.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I'll follow him. I'm gonna follow him after this. Brandon Salad, what is up, Brandon? How are you doing? Glad to see you here, man. He said that he barely saw one of our other streams. The last stream, I think he said he saw, and he liked it, and I'm glad he's back in
He's
here.
got dope stuff. I like his content on Instagram, man. I like his camera stuff he's been doing.
His TikTok is great. I'm telling you that.
Yeah, I
right
need
now.
to look at it.
Yeah,
so I like his Instagram stuff.
Yeah, we got 12-inch Moose Dream in here. What's up, dude? He's saying hello, community. What's up? See, Omar's in here again, as always. Hello. Aaron collects. How are you doing? Ren's talented Tino is in here in the building. You can see his Ahsoka drawings, man.
My bro, is that new? Is that a new piece?
Yeah, that's a new piece. I think that's a new piece. The one on the left, I think it was from 2018. I could be wrong, but and then the one on the right is newer. Yeah.
My man,
really good.
I hope they collab with you one day on some shit, bro. That's so beautiful.
Clinton Martin, what is up? He's always here. Clinton Martin's here all the time. Nick Collectibles, what is up, Nick? How are you doing? You're always here too. Boba, what is up?
Hey, that's my guy.
He's saying, "What's up, folks? So great to see you all. Yes, great to see you as always." Let's see. Rodrigo, how are you? Glad to see these new names coming from Chile. Dang.
From Chile. Nice.
Dang. All right. Yes. Cholo Figs back in here. What is up? And let's see. We got Costa out there as well. 2022. My bad. Renz. Yeah, 2022. So there we go, guys. And so we're gonna start this stream off with I know Costa, you probably talked about it. I know that Steve's talked about it. I know that Daniel's talked about it, but we have this one right here. Now, I'm gonna ask you guys, cop or drop. Of course, if you want to say cop, drop. I'm also gonna put a poll down in the description. If you guys want to vote as well, you can. You just keep it as short, as long, whatever you want to say about it, you can. I'm just gonna go down the line like I usually do. So first off, we're gonna talk good old Spotchka. What is this, a cop or a drop for you? Just whatever you want to say about it.
You know, man, I think I'm gonna revise my answer, Steve. I said I was gonna grab this right on the show. I think I'm gonna say drop now, only because of the space, right?
It's big.
I know that it's me being naive, thinking that they're going to give us the N1 Starfighter someday, but I'm still holding out for hope, thinking that they will. Costa's shaking his head no. Probably not, but you never know. I mean, I think it's good for collectors to go ahead and, like Leia would say, speak with your wallet, right? Go ahead and purchase this, even if it's like remotely interesting to you. That way we can get, like we said, a Wampa or hell, name literally any of the animals from Star Wars. So yeah, I'm gonna say drop though.
I'm gonna say drop. All right. Austin. Well, you haven't talked much about it. I want to hear this one.
Yeah, no. So this looks fantastic, and this will be a staple in any collection, just because of the sheer size of it. Steve, correct me if I'm wrong. It's 32 inches long.
Yeah, I think it's like 31 and a half. So about 32.
It's about 32 inches long, right? So you're gonna have to have, and then you also have to think about the depth of it as well, wherever you put it. This is a big boy.
It is a lot of depth too. I thought I saw it was like beyond a foot.
A foot.
I forget exactly. Yeah,
35 centimeters, whatever you guys know.
It's like over a foot.
Yeah.
So
depth wise too.
The space is a pretty big issue. I want to say cop. But the thing is, I don't want to grab, because just like Costa, I have right now 34 unopened figures still just kind of sitting around, and this would be a massive box just sitting around or in the closet. It's a very hesitant cop. If I can find an actual space, or let's say one of Costa's ideas of these shelves on the wall, right? Actually have its own single case floating shelf, but done Costa style on the wall. Yeah, that could look really cool, but it's a very hesitant cop if I can actually figure out how to display it the way I want.
Yeah, because God, 2.5 feet, that's insane. And
then also the depth too. You have to
it's a foot
space. And then so of course you're needing more. So even if it's on a wall, in a floating shelf way, it's sticking out so much depending on where you put it.
You're gonna hit your head.
It could be an eyesore. Or you may not even have space for that with clearance of a door or whatever.
Around I'll make space.
You'll find a way.
When you come into this room, you have to be careful not to hit
Watch your head.
So
of course.
Okay. Steve, what is I know
you guys are all talking about the space. So I just finally opened after whenever HasLab Razor Crest came out. I just opened it and I just looked up the measurement real quick. That thing is 30 inches long and it's massive. So I put it on top of a DF120. I got a wood topper for my DF120 and I put the you guys saw it. I sent you guys a picture, but it's huge.
I still don't have that one.
It's 30 inches long and it's massive. I was just looking at it and this thing is going to be so big, but I'm 100% getting it. So I don't know. I'm 100% getting this. This is 100%. Yeah, definitely coming home. I love Sandtroopers. They're one of my favorite. Dewback is one of my favorite creatures in all of Star Wars. This is going to look really good with that A New Hope, the Sandtrooper commander that came out, or the OG. Yeah. Hot Toys is smart, making it so they almost make you want to buy two, because they give you the interchangeable leg and the jaw piece where you can actually you can actually change the look of the two Dewbacks. But
that's cool.
I don't know about you need almost 3 feet depth to be able to do this pose like this, unless I guess you angle them. You have to have a lot of room. But I'm 100% going to get the deluxe with the Dewback and the Trooper, and then that's 100% gonna happen.
Steve?
I'm just getting the one because I have the A New Hope, that I have that Sandtrooper, the original one that released with the orange pauldron. So
I see you.
I'm just gonna get the one for now, and then see what happens. See what happens with maybe potentially adding another Dewback later. But I don't know. There's a lot of other things I'd like to get. So one will suffice with 2 troopers, 2 total troopers, the one I already have, and then the Sandtrooper sergeant that comes with it. So I'm super excited about this. And I will say, Joey was like, this ain't ever being made. Sorry, Joey, I got to call you out.
Oh, man.
A lot of people did. A lot of people did.
A lot of people did.
A lot of people said this is never getting made.
I straight up said it too.
I was saying, when we were talking about it being made, was like, if they can do the blurg, they can do one of these. I mean, the blurg is a pretty big piece too. And I also said, like, if Sideshow can make a Dewback, Hot Toys can do one. So yeah, I'm super excited about this one.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll be excited to have it in hand for sure.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy. It's expensive.
It's expensive.
Yeah. Costa, this is a copper drop for you.
I already ordered it.
So
I had a couple. I had a lot of rewards with Sideshow.
Very nice.
So, and since I have the snow speeder up there, I don't know if you can see that.
Let me see.
It could fit up there. I mean,
is that the Jazz Ink one?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that thing is huge.
Well, it's not pushed all the way back, but yeah, it's like 3 feet.
It's still really big. Dang. Yeah. Okay.
So,
nice.
So yeah, if you have a garage shelf, you can stick it on top. Because I have about, I think I got 15-inch clearance from the top of the shelf to the ceiling, and then put it along the length. Nice. There you go. Boom.
Okay, so we had. Well, me, I'm probably. I'm not big time OT, so me probably drop as well. But they do look really cool. I'm not gonna lie. They look really good.
Of space.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's a win regardless, right?
Yeah.
Even if you don't grab this, the fact that this was made,
it's crazy.
Awesome. It's a good sign. But
yeah,
it also allows people like Steve, like Costa, people who actually want this and who maybe didn't think it was going to be made, or maybe had some doubts. The fact that we're actually getting this, once again, even if you don't grab it yourself, it's a good thing for the community. Big win.
It gives me hope that if they make a Dewback, they're definitely going to give us a Jar Jar Binks, y'all. I mean,
oh, that'd be a day one pre-order for me,
right? I mean, who would?
I think I might too, actually.
It would be such a standout piece. That's another reason why, like, I order like the Buzz Lightyear hot toy. Is it should be such a unique standout piece in the collection.
Yeah, that is gonna be. And you have the Woody. You have a Woody already too. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what happens with this one. Like if this goes waitlist or like
it's going to go waitlist.
Yeah. I was gonna say I think it's gonna go waitlist too.
They're not. They're not.
No, you're good.
Damn it, Austin!
Damn, Austin, come on.
No, they're not gonna make that many, and they're gonna. I don't think we're gonna see this. We're gonna see the waitlisted figures before they come out. Stop anytime soon. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna want these in their warehouse to sit.
No,
these are gonna be massive. Oh. There's gonna be a lot
in
of
this
space.
Box.
Yeah, this also gives like if I was, my next creature would be a Tauntaun and have Luke and Han in Empire, but they can't do that until next summer. Like so, I can recoup.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, when you buy a lot of other stuff, this is a big.
Yeah,
this amount of money is a big purchase, and shipping is going to be a killer on this thing too.
But I cut it in half with the rewards.
That's nice. That's really nice. Like very nice to have rewards. But yeah, I agree. I think this thing's going to go waitlist, especially like they still have the blurg sitting. I'm sure they're not happy about having that sitting, and just like with everything else that's been happening, I'm sure they're not going to want stuff sitting. It'll be interesting to see it'll be interesting to see like if they all go waitlist, because you have like the Dewback Deluxe that you can get for $30 more. Like is every single piece going to go waitlist? Is like just a 2-pack going to go waitlist and one of the Dewback sit? I think the Sandtrooper will for sure be gone. I can see that one for sure being waitlisted, and probably the 2-pack. It'll be interesting to see what happens with like the individual Dewbacks. But yeah, I agree. I don't think they're really going to make that many of them. And
seeing that trooper helmet dude alone.
Yeah, and seeing how the Sideshow one, like that thing on the aftermarket sells for like a pretty penny. So I could see these. Yeah, I could see these being gone, and then also probably holding value or people wanting down the road to try to go back and pick this one up. But yeah, we'll see.
Okay, I ended the poll now, and this poll is very interesting to me. So we got 17 votes in there, and you got 52% are copying this, and 47% are dropping it. So we are very close there. We are very close. Let's see what a few people said about this one. Let's see. Drop because I'm broke. That's what Chris said. You got this thing is ginormous, freaking massive. Yeah, man, it's crazy. I'm going to need a 4-foot long shelf from pop culture hanging on my wall in order to get this one. Yes, yeah. Cholo saying this makes me happy. I guess he doesn't collect Star Wars space liker, no doubt. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to put this somewhere. Shots fired. I got a blurg, but it ain't long as Dewey. Oh yeah. It is not. It's more of a like scrunched up creature. The movie canon said I don't have a single stormtrooper hot toy debating if I should get this Sandtrooper. I like the weathered and the OT look. I do too. The weathering on this one's really, really good, I believe, because I've had the what is the Remnant Trooper, and that one, it was good, but I don't think it was good as this one. This one looks really, really good. We got the Jedi's Night Watch in here. What's up, Graham? How are you doing? Glad to see you stopping by, saying what's up. Yeah, Rancor would be a good one. Let's actually let that segue.
That'd be so big.
Yeah. That's kind of what I want to segue with. That's kind of the next question is
huge.
Yeah, is that, do you guys, let's see if I have the banner for it. So with them actually making this, let's see, I had a little thing for this, but do you guys think that they're gonna start making bigger figures now because we saw this? I don't know where the freaking banner was, but any thoughts on that? Like, do y'all think that they're gonna start doing like a N1? Are they gonna start doing more creatures and things like that? Because this is a big piece right here, and we've always wanted creatures and things like that. Do you guys think that? Like anybody?
Yeah, there's limits to it for sure, right? Yeah. Like a comparable one could be like a Tauntaun, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we got this Dewback, Tauntaun much more likely. Rancor, that seems that's stretching. That's gonna be
huge,
massive. Yeah. Right. So a creature along that scale probably most likely is not gonna happen. You know, but a Tauntaun, sure. Yeah,
that's what I hear people want next is a Tauntaun.
Yeah, it'd be hard to argue an absolute no on it. In the end, where these are all just best guesses to what we want and what we expect, just going off the previous track record. But I would say it increases a chance of comparable creatures for world building.
Now, is the Tauntaun is that the one that's really tall?
Yeah, it's taller, it's not as long.
It's not as
beginning of an empire.
Yeah,
they're on Hoth. Yeah.
Well, Han cuts open.
It'd be more like a blurb, right? It'd be more.
I feel like the Tauntaun would be a good size creature in a safe bet as far as like what they would do next.
Yeah.
If they did something to this scale, like I would feel like that would be a good. I mean, I'd want it 100%. There's a lot of people. I think when this was made, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Tauntaun would be great."
I mean, in terms of scaling, right, it wouldn't be much taller than, if you're talking about at least a Wampa, right? A creature that attacks Luke would be like not much taller than the original.
It'd be like a foot and a half or so.
I think I got the Wampa and the Tauntaun mixed up.
See, they could do it. I would say do them at the same time, right? Because it goes hand in hand with that scene.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you also think about
I need them to space them out.
Space them out. That's what I'm saying.
Your money.
These things need to happen if they're going to do this. Like, I would love for them to do them all, but they need to give us time.
Well, it's a two-pronged thing on their end too.
Yeah, I agree.
They're too much spent from the consumer, so it'd be essentially the consumer having to pick one or the other. But then it's also like the amount of space these take up in the warehouse, and these taking up space in the warehouse. It's not a cost effective. It actually costs them a lot of money. Then there's safety hazards that go along with it as well. Especially since COVID, space for a lot of these retailers, that's been a pretty big issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The space is going to be something else too. I have a poll in the chat. If you guys think that Hot Toys is going to start doing a little bit more like vehicles, and maybe they'll space it out like you guys are saying, but with different IPs, maybe. I don't know. But
I mean, they've given us the Back to the Future DeLorean. I think it'd be cool to. I don't think they made the Matt Reeves Batmobile. I'm sure at some point down the line they will. Get into other movies like Gone in 60 Seconds, Eleanor, and get a Nicolas Cage figure going. I don't know.
I have that in my garage.
I know Fast and Furious is, memed upon and made fun of, but I'm sure that I just saw, I think it was at 357 department had a Paul Walker head sculpt. So I'm sure 1/6 scale Fast and Furious vehicles would sell really well. There's the possibilities are endless, which we'll get into that later at the end of the stream. But
Brick is saying, knowing the way that things have been going, the Jar Jar will be limited. I know. The Jedi, Oh, sorry. Yeah, Artisan. Did I say her? Yeah, Artisan. Yeah. Rancor. Let's see. Wolfpack is in here, of course, as always. 12-inch Moose Stream is saying, why aren't you YouTube monetized? Man, I've been trying to get those numbers up. It is so hard. So hopefully
we're on the way, though, baby.
Bro, I am like so close.
Is it your view hours?
Yeah, it's my view hours. I don't know how.
Yeah, the watch hours. Yeah,
those are hard to get.
You're close, man. You're gonna get it
I am like
now.
super close.
Any day.
Yeah. This might actually this stream
might do it.
This might do it. Jedi Knights Watch saying, I might be out on this one entirely now that I've acquired the OT Sandtrooper. Yeah,
no, that's even more reason to get this.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It might be more. Maybe more.
Come on, Graham.
You need a guy so that the other guy can be like, look, sir, droids. That's like
holding the droid
all
ring.
You need. Yeah.
Yep. Bingo.
Collection Obsession is saying he wants an Artisan Wampa
with wool hair. That'll be $3,000.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, look what they're charging us for an Anakin head sculpt. Imagine a Wampa or a bantha, wool bantha.
Like a bantha.
Yeah. Some guy is in here. And also, guys, I am almost at 4K. So I promise you guys, I've been saying since 2000, since 3000 that I was actually going to do a giveaway. So I am going to do a giveaway. If you're here right now, the next giveaway will be my Mysterio. So I'll make a video on that later, though. I just want to let you guys know because I have been not doing anything about the giveaways. At first I was going ham with them, but I'll get that out there.
You've had great giveaways, though.
Yeah.
It's not like you haven't.
Yeah.
That Remnant Trooper was pretty fantastic.
Yeah, I'm glad Insane One got that one. Yeah. Boba's saying this Sandtrooper is excellent. The weathering is outstanding. It really is. N1 will not happen. I don't know why I had a whole freaking thing for this. Hold on. I don't know why I'm still on this. Let's see. I had like these different pictures and stuff of bigger things that like.
Look at that tiny little Mando helmet in that giant ass ship.
I had like all these different things on here. Like
that is cool.
I know Jazzy
have that wishful thinking though, Danny.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what keeps it fun though,
It would be cool, but it would be so massive and I don't even know how much it would make an M1 cost. Just like.
See, it's only fun up until they start releasing at least one of these things they start promising us. After a while, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me three times.
Now, Danny, it's bad when, you consistently say, like, I want that in1, I want that in1. Then they release it, and it's like $1,500. You're like, well, you know what? I don't know now.
Yep. There's going to be a lot of us.
There's Nick's one in the scooter still.
Always calling for that pizza scooter.
No. Thank you, some guy, for putting all our stuff in here. You are amazing, as always. Thank you so much. That really helps out. Gabriel, how are you? Glad you are here. The Everyday Collector. I was watching some of his streams earlier this week, I believe. I go on those reruns a lot with his stuff. I love it. I know he's more of statues and things like that, but I like watching that stuff as well. So big shout out to Everyday Collector. My beautiful girlfriend Myra is in here. What is up? Glad she was eating dinner with friends. So yeah. Let's see. Anybody we missed? If I miss you, I am sorry. I'm just trying to get through it real quick so we can go on to the next thing. So this was this one that we're looking at right here. This was something that right out the door I didn't think was coming out. So this is like the diorama base for like season 1 of Mando. I knew that wasn't coming out, but I think is it this or that time, guys? Let me make sure I'm on my notes right. we're going. Oh no, it's not this or that time. Next one is going to be the Black Panther, guys. So this one was an interesting one because I think this looks way better than the original one. I've seen the original one in my local comic book shop, but this one right here. Now, if I was collecting Avengers, this is a total cop all the way for me. But since I'm not, I'm going to say drop for me. I'm going to put in the chat, you guys, a poll that you guys can vote for this and everything. But like I said, let's go down the line. We'll start off with you, Daniel. Is this a cop or a drop for you?
Yeah, man. I'm in the minority of people who prefer the movie version suit with the, I guess, less silverish on the helmet and I guess the suit. I prefer the more sleek Black Panther look. This figure overall is an improvement over the original. Still annoyed that they didn't give us an updated head sculpt. I found it a tad bit disrespectful that they released this figure, if I remember, like around the release of Wakanda Forever, right? A week of or a week after or whatever.
Yeah, announced it,
and you didn't update the head sculpt. Like it feels a little cheap. So, Steve, we'll wait for you to give your answer on that one. But, you said that the head doesn't work for max nut people.
I think that's what I've heard is but you can get like the neck, like the cloth extender to make it so it does look okay, I guess.
Yeah. So you get like he said, the extender, you put that on there and make it look better. But then again, that's unless you have a buddy named good old Spash giving you a max nut head sculpt, that's like $90 out the ass for another head sculpt when you're already paying, what is this retone for, like 300, whatever it's going for. Yeah, but that's a drop for me.
Okay.
Watch you, Austin.
And well, hold on. I have on the last question that I asked with the will Hot Toys start making more creatures or vehicles? I forgot to end the poll, but it was actually 81% of the people are saying that they're going to start doing a lot more creatures and things like that. So that's good. And no is at 18%. So that's good to see. There was 22 votes on that. And now I do have the Black Panther. So if you guys want to vote cop or drop on that one, what would you guys do? But let's go to Austin.
Yeah, so it's funny. So I'm hoping to like offload a few figures, and a lot of Marvel ones are I think are gonna be kind of leaving the collection. This would be tempting. Now the deciding scale is if Rachel actually wanted this one because she mentioned a Black figure or a Black Panther figure, just a few days ago. So if this is something that she's like, oh yeah, that'd be cool, then yeah, absolutely. I would get it. Yeah. This
one's it just looks really good. Like I could tell the proportions are a lot better on this one. Let's see, Steve. What do you think?
Yeah, I would like to get this figure at some point. This is like one of my most wanted as far as like non-Star Wars goes. I'm primarily collect Star Wars, but yeah, I would like to get this at some point. I probably wouldn't even display it with like that head sculpt on it. Another thing like that's really weird is this figure is just like there's a lot of inaccuracies as far as like they give you the head sculpt but that's open. He doesn't even wear that with this suit on, so I'm not really sure why you would ever put that on him when he doesn't wear it. He has that on when he's doing like the fight at the cliffside in the water for the kingship, I guess. Like this isn't even something that he does. So it's just kind of an interesting thing. It's almost like they did this like kind of like commemorative release and they kind of just jumbled everything together into it and said, here, we're going to give you all these different accessories and things for this. Nevertheless, like I think it's really cool. I would like to get it at some point. I would probably just, I'd either put the Max Nut head sculpt on it or just have his helmet on. But I would like to get it because I do really like Black Panther. I really enjoyed the movie. Obviously Chadwick, like, really sad with that happening, but with him passing and like he's I feel like more of a special character for me. So I would like to get this down the road at some point. I'm not going to get it anytime soon, but it will be an eventual cop for me probably.
Okay.
Yeah. You brought up a good point, Steve. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, chat, let me know, or anybody in the group here. I'm pretty sure these accessories like that spear and the mask came with the original release for the movie figure. So what the hell, like if anything, like it's that scene specifically, you mentioned how it's inaccurate to the movie. They were stripped of the powers of the Black Panther for that moment. So it feels incredibly cheap. But go ahead, Costa. I'm sorry, brother.
What do you think, Costa? Copper drop.
I eventually want to get this. And here's for me, the head sculpt looks fine. It doesn't bother me. I think it looks good. But what I would do is I would take the head sculpt, the ceremonial stuff, and make a ceremonial T'Challa. And then you have a separate figure with the ceremonial stuff. And then you have this figure with the, the mask on, and you don't have to worry about that. That's my plan for this. So
I like that.
I mean, I think that's why they did it. On top of that, they didn't want to hear people whine that this is just a straight, reissue. And this way you get a little something different that you didn't get with the first release. So I think that's why they threw the ceremonial stuff in there. And I think I like the ceremonial stuff, and yeah, being able to build a second figure with the head sculpt, because I like to do those things. Peter Parker, one of those. I made one. I made a Peter Parker down there, so with the extra head sculpt with the Far From Home Spider-Man. So yeah,
that's what I kind of did with the Mark 85. Is I got the head sculpt and I got like a suit and just made a Tony Stark. Yeah.
But I like that idea of like taking all the accessories and making like some type of either second figure or putting them into something where you can create something out of it. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Aaron Collect's saying his comic book store already had it and he scooped it. Man, they get that fast.
I will say too, I agree with Costin saying I don't think the head sculpt is bad. I know people are mad about it being, I guess, like, is it a direct reissue?
You sure are.
Because I feel like I've heard people say it's a direct reissue, and then I've seen a couple things where there's subtle differences between the original and the new one.
The paint apps are
different.
Yeah, because
gotcha.
I mean, you're gonna have better people, better techniques, So
yeah, I don't think it looks bad at all. I'm not really upset with the head sculpt. I think it looks fine too. But like Costa said, I think creating another figure out of that is cool. Like just a cool idea. I'd probably want to do something similar.
Okay, sorry, I was 12-inch boost stream messaged me. Let's see. So he said 12 sets. Let's see. I just pulled my pickups from the Prio today. Yes. All right, guys. So I had the poll going right here. Okay, so we got 16 votes for Copper Drop on Black Panther. Here we go. So Cop is at 62% and Drop is at 37%. So there's actually a lot of people copying this one. I was a little... That's cool. I'm glad to see that. I'm really glad to see that there's a lot of cops today. Actually, usually it's a lot of drops. It's been you guys know, as you know, but now, boom.
I feel like when I think of Black Panther, like this is the thing. This is what the majority of people are going to think of, right? And Chadwick, obviously, like we talked about his passing, it's really iconic figure. That's going to be something that I feel like if I was to have this, it's something I'd want to keep for a long time. Just everything surrounding. Surrounding him and the figure. So yeah.
Okay. And I think 12-inch Moose Stream was saying that since 8/4, I think he pre-ordered 12 figures. That is crazy. DX09. Yeah, he was just telling me all of them. That is crazy.
Hey, Cass, a quick question. Can I ask you a random question?
Sure.
Did you get any of the bark speeders?
No. I wanted them, but for me right now, just how expensive they are.
Yeah.
So many other things. The pre-orders I have, there's so many things. So many things.
I just got an email like a couple days. I think it was either yesterday or the day before that I got an email that they're both gonna ship on Friday for me. So
oh jeez.
Yeah, be a good time.
How much was the shipping on those? Could you see?
So already? I haven't really got like my shipping quote yet. Yeah. But I mean, it ain't gonna be cheap. If anybody's looking for bark speeders, Underground Figures has limited stock. They still have a couple of them. I don't know if any of you guys have ordered from Underground Figures, but they have both of them low stock. You could still order if anybody's interested in them.
I'd want Oppo, because I want the named clones if I was gonna get them.
For sure.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Although I wish he had the arrow, because I believe since Dave Filoni worked on Avatar: The Last Airbender, I believe he named Captain Oppo after Appa and gave him the arrow.
That's cool.
I don't know if it's Clone Wars.
Costa, I just rewatched Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Dude,
a couple weeks ago.
I'm going through my like 5th or 6th time right now. I'm on the end of season 2.
It gets better with each rewatch, man.
Oh, it does.
That one's fire.
I've said this. I don't take too much time on this. I've always said Zuko has one of the best story character art.
Yeah.
In an animated show.
Yeah, it's exciting to know that they're going to continue those with the original creators. So I'm excited to see those. My wife actually has every episode memorized word for word. So when you sit there and you rewatch it with her, she's like, able to spout out.
Got pretty sound, bro.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
We got no, you're good. Keep going. No, keep going.
No, I was just gonna say I just finished. Today was I just finished the arc where Appa was lost, and it was the last one I watched today was Appa's Lost Days, which that whole
heartbreaking.
Yeah, when he's gone, that and the Tale of Iroh and the Tales of Ba Sing Se. That's yeah.
I haven't seen that show in forever since I was a kid.
I used to watch as an adult.
Is it?
Yeah, man. There's so many themes that you just don't pick up on as a kid.
I used to watch it a lot, but I don't remember it that much anymore. We have Calvin in here. What is up, Low-Key Collector? What is up?
That's my guy. It's so funny. Me and Rachel were just talking about Calvin last night.
Really?
Because we spent a lot of time in London, so got to talk a lot. She's big into basketball. He is, and she just bought like a 6-scale basketball goal for her Interbay collection. So
bro, look at his freaking profile picture. He changed it.
Oh, dropping drawers. I'm Calvin.
Boba said he loves this Black Panther, but he's not getting it. Got to stick with what I do or go broke. Yes. 30 in the house. Right. Let's go. True yes. That. 30 in the house. Yep. Let's see. So the next segment is kind of like the halftime a little bit, not halftime, but it's something that we like to do here and have a little fun with. So I will do my little segue into this. Here we go. All right, so this is a little part on here. It's this or that. So this is something that we do on here. That if you were actually handed one of these figures for free, and you could not get the other one, which one are you going to pick? So this is going to be Star Wars themed because I know it's a big Star Wars week. I really wanted to do some Star Wars stuff. And I know everybody in here is all Star Wars, so we're going to choose between a couple things here. Also, chat, I will be giving you guys a poll as well, so you guys can do kind of do this with us. So
it's going to be a clean sweep, gentlemen.
It might be. Gosh,
so I may throw it off.
Austin, don't you shake your head.
I may throw it off.
So this is gonna be the Ahsoka with like the base and everything. Though I wanted to make that. This is like the deluxe, I guess, or the one with.
You got to say deluxe for both, right?
I don't know. Do you think that
you're not gonna give us the Dark Trooper option for Luke, but you're gonna give us the deluxe?
Because
Ahsoka?
I feel like the Dark Trooper would really win everybody over because that thing is way better than the base that you get for Ahsoka. Do you think?
I'm just gonna go by pure character.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna go by
that
character.
That.
Okay. We got Costa in already, but no, I'm saying like, and if you do have this already, just act like you don't have it, or if you have both, you can kind of say which one are you gonna throw out the window. So there you go. So Costa, you saying that?
Yeah, because I like Ahsoka's one of my favorite characters, right?
Yeah.
But for me, this figure of Ahsoka is just something's a little off on it for me. And I love Rosario, but she's no Ashley Eckstein. Like Ashley Eckstein put like the life and the character and that's Ahsoka. This Luke is just fantastic, and that scene, like what I remember from season 2 of Mando is the last episode. I'm crying like a little baby going, Is that Luke? That's Luke. Everybody, that's Luke. That's gotta be Luke.
I barely got into Star Wars at that time too, and I was even like, "Holy crap, this is crazy!" Like I was like maybe like a year into Star Wars, and I even thought that was crazy. So I can't imagine you guys. But Steve, what are you thinking? This or that?
That 100%.
This must be. I hope the other ones aren't as easy as this, but
I mean, Ahsoka's a great figure. I still have to open. Actually, I've opened both these. I just haven't displayed both of them. I literally opened them and look at them and put them back in the box because that's my life right now. Like
inbox
20. I think I counted. I think I have 24 figures left to open. So I'm plugging away. I've been plugging away each night a few figures. But yeah, I would go Luke. This Mando Luke is phenomenal. If you don't have it, you should go pick it up if you're a Star Wars fan.
Even if you're a little bit of a Luke fan.
I do like the Ahsoka figure, but if there's only one you can pick out of these two, like I'm the same as like what Casa said. I love Ahsoka. She's one of my favorite characters. I always talk about like I'm always hyping up Clone Wars and Rebels and all that stuff. And as far as like one of the most amazing character arcs in all of Star Wars, but as far as picking one of these characters and one of these figures, I'm going Mando Luke 100%.
Okay. All right, good to hear. Austin, what?
Don't you do it.
Okay, so I actually I changed my mind, but there's a reason for it. Initially, I was gonna go with this. And the reason being Ahsoka is Rachel's favorite character. And her getting, because I have the Clone Wars Ahsoka, I just don't have this one of Rosario. And Rachel, me getting this in the collection would mean much more to her than getting Amanda Luke for me. But I do believe we're going to get another Rosario Ahsoka with the Ahsoka show. So, with expecting that in mind, I'm going with Mando Luke. That.
Okay. All right. We got all that so far. Daniel? I know he likes to be the odd one out.
I mean, well, you know, in all fairness, with the hype of the show, I do, in terms of characters of Star Wars, I'm not going to look at it in terms of the figure, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to look at it in terms of, because I do have both of the figures, which one I like to, I guess, repose the most, which one catches my eye. I'm going to go with Ahsoka. Is it the best likeness to Rosario Dawson? No. I would say it's honestly relatively just as close as this CGI Luke is to Mark Hamill, right? Arguably enough, that's a topic for another show, I guess, but I'm going to go with this Ahsoka because, well, I think that Mando Luke is a 10 out of 10. This Ahsoka figure, the material, the tailoring, the outfit, I love the, what do they call it, Steve? Her snips, her quill.
Oh, her Leku?
Leku. Wow.
Yeah, her Leku.
Quill, what the hell? Leku. Her quill look, wow. Her Leku look really good. And I love how almost like textured and realistic they look compared to the Clone Wars figure. So 100% going to go with this. Sorry to break the chain, but I will be the odd man out for this one.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going that all day.
Danny, I forget. Do you have Mando Luke?
Yeah.
I was okay.
I've seen Bespin Luke in person at replay.
I forget where you have. What do you have Mando Luke? Oh wait, never mind. I think I see him up at the top. Yep.
Yeah,
okay.
With R2.
Yep. I couldn't remember what I was trying to picture a collection in my mind and where you have Luke or how you have Luke displayed. I know you have Ahsoka.
I need to have them repost, but I love them both. But yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
It's just
I'm just gonna put the box in the display.
New cases.
There you go.
There he is.
Let's see.
That actually kind of looks pretty good, right? Like feels like it's almost like a story.
Can we just acknowledge Miami's Nemesis Chris's comment right now?
Let me see. Hold on.
Right
here.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to have unopened figures. I'm like a little kid on Christmas. I forget who. I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys, but I was just thinking like I have enough figures basically to have a Christmas every year for my entire age. So like that's basically how I'm thinking of it right now. I just have a lifelong worth of Christmases of figures to open.
When I moved,
feels the same. Casa feels the same.
With more on the way too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Miami. Listen, I'm setting stuff up in here so I can remove them. You think I want to keep them in there? I've got this Ghostbusters special pack in the closet. I'm like,
oh yeah,
gotta
make the room.
Yeah,
gotta make the room.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, I had to get everything done before I started even pulling out figures. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to get a few cases done and I'm going to start putting stuff in. No, I was like, I want it all done, completely finished, cleaned up around everywhere else, and then I'll start putting stuff in.
I had the DeLorean in the box in the case for months. And now I took it out and I'm so happy that I did, because I get to see that every day. Because I work from home. So I come into this room and I'm like, oh, look at it.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
My excuse is I moved in here a few months ago. So
it's getting there. You're working at it. You're working at it.
Yeah, it's a work.
You've been unboxing stuff.
You're methodically taking them out of the box and posting pictures of how happy you look, putting them in the case.
There's a process to it.
It's a process, yes.
The influx of figures too, it doesn't help. You know, when you think you're making progress, a few more come in.
Yeah. Costa may not know that you don't even pay attention to shipping numbers or tracking numbers. It just comes whenever it happens, and Austin has no idea when it's showing up.
No, I just take a guess. What's that?
Just like a box came in today.
Well, it shipped. All right, I know it shipped, and that's about it.
To be fair though, Austin, you have a few figures recently, like that V for Vendetta, right? And that Michael Myers that Rach got you. There's certain figures that'll come in, and you're very excited and very excited.
Oh, the V figure I've had for a while. The Michael Myers set I did open because that was an early birthday present to me.
Sam from Trick or Treat.
And Sam, yes, yeah.
Gotta have that.
Also got Anakin. The Clone Wars Anakin will be the next one.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. All right, yeah. For this one, the copper drop on this one, or not copper drop, the this or that on this one was that at 72% and this at 27%. So. Clear winner there, but everybody has their own opinion. So I mean, there you go.
That Ahsoka is badass. I can't
it is.
And I love the cloak.
Ahsoka.
Yeah,
the cloak look is really cool too. I'll probably display it with the cloak up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. The next one I have for you guys is gonna be right here. So these two.
Ooh.
I don't know.
This one's more difficult, Joey.
Yeah, this one I'm talking about. Let's go.
This one was one that I like too. I know that Daniel. Damn. I think Daniel has both these actually. Yeah. So, but
I do too.
Yeah. So
let's start.
Let's start from Daniel. So Daniel, is this cop or drop? I keep saying cop or drop. Is this or that? I will have a poll down there as well. Drops. I will have a poll down there. So. Let's see. Tell me what you think.
Man, upon I was grabbing Ahsoka and y'all said put the hood up, and I was immediately trying to see how that looks because I've not tried that yet. But I saw that and immediately my eyes went to Count Dooku. Mm-hmm. Now, character-wise, I think I love Yoda more.
Yeah.
He's a little asshole in these prequels, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like he's like a war criminal. Like he's just standing there with his cane, like with a bunch of clones, just unfiring at a bunch of droids and Geonosians. But this Count Dooku figure, man, is a masterpiece. Like even if you don't like collecting Hot Toys or you don't like action figures for that example, this is a figure that if you have someone come in your room, you're like, holy crap, like that's Christopher Lee. We were rewatching Willy Wonka a few weeks ago, me and Mrs. Spotchka, and we were like, holy crap, that likeness is like spot on.
I know he has like one of the best like likenesses. Like he's on like he's like something that you point at like when you're like, oh crap, like here's the best head sculpt.
Right. And it for a figure that's relatively like, what is it, came out like 2017, 2018, around that time period, relatively 3 years ago now, relatively old figure. So it still holds the time. No flaking issues or anything like that. Love the cape.
Yeah.
It's like some
really good material on this figure.
Yeah. I hope they give us a Tales of the Jedi version, but 100% going to go with that.
Okay. All right. Austin, what about you?
This is pretty easy for me. I'm like, I don't have both. I have Yoda.
Right.
But I would choose Dooku as well. Okay. This seems pretty easy. Shelf presence. I mean, he's going to stand out.
He is.
And that's sculpt. Everything about this figure still very high on my list. For whatever reason, I still haven't gotten it yet. But Dooku.
Hey, the Yoda sculpt's pretty good too, though. And you got rooted hair.
Yoda is fantastic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Yoda is fantastic. But Dooku's going to be Dooku's going to be a stronger piece in the collection.
I don't know if I would call this necessarily
I know. I was just bullshitting.
No, I know. I'm just kidding too.
So that it's going to be Dooku for you. All right, Austin.
Yeah.
All right, Steve.
Yeah. This so
I thought y'all said this was hard. Everybody said this is easy.
I feel like this. I mean, it kind of is. Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay.
This or the Yoda. I feel like this Yoda figure does not. I know he's like pretty expensive now, but like I feel like he does not get talked about enough. I love this Yoda so much. Just this. He's really small. Like he's just a cool little dude.
Yeah.
But the Dooku is like, yeah. I'm gonna go with that. The Dooku is just like I guess it's just like on a different level for me figure wise. It's interesting too because I have a friend who doesn't really, he's like he collects stuff. He has like he's gonna get one hot toy, but then like when he saw my collection, he was like, man, like I might get that, like eventually get that Dooku. Like the Dooku caught his eye. He doesn't really like collect hot toys like that. Like there's something about this figure that just like really makes it stand out and like has stood the test of time too. Just really great figure. So I'm gonna go with that.
Okay.
I do love Yoda though. Man, it'd be hard for me to, if you can only pick one and you can never have the other one, it's sad for me to say Dooku, but because like, Yoda's such a cool character, like obviously a great character too and a great figure, but yeah, Dooku.
Okay.
So Dantel again.
Same. Dooku's out on the shelf and Yoda's in a box in the closet. So
that speaks a lot.
But no, he's gonna come out because then you can have them face each other in the display case. And wait, Costa, which one would Mickey Mouse pick?
Oh my God! He's gonna do his
Aaron. Oh boy! I want Count Dookie. I mean Dooku.
I've been hearing you say
that's so good.
I know. I've been hearing you on stream doing that. Like I think I was outside one day just listening to the stream. And I just hear a Mickey Mouse voice out of nowhere. I was like, bro, what?
Yeah.
You got to get that Yoda open up. He's so cool.
Yeah.
I know. I did open it and then I looked at it and I was like,
you're just like me.
But here's the thing. Let's talk about this for 1 second. When I started the channel, I wanted to do reviews. So a lot of these are in the fucking box because I was going to do reviews on them.
Yeah.
And then time passes and I'm still gonna probably try to do that type of stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna release a lot of these from their prisons and yeah.
Okay. Can't wait to see
them. Good days. Yeah. Exciting times ahead.
The poll was at so for Yoda it was Yoda, or I guess that was 66% and then this was 33%. So that's showing that Dooku was the most kind of
it seemed way harder than it was at first, I guess.
Yeah, that's
I mean in my head I knew my answer, but this is a fun matchup though.
Yeah, it's a good matchup really for sure.
I actually am gonna go with this. So it's just something about having a dark side Anakin and then having Yoda right there as well. For some reason, I just like Yoda and Anakin together. I don't know why.
Saw their figures.
Yeah.
Just need a Revenge of the Sith Palpatine now. Have a complete set.
All right. So our final one, we got one more. I hope this is more challenging for you all, but probably not. I don't know. We got these two right here. We got Endor, Luke, and we got Director Krennic. I tried to go.
Damn. This is a really interesting one.
I tried to go on eBay and look at the prices and try to compare them between the two and see if I can get them right there. But I'm gonna actually start with Austin on this one, and it'll be in the chat. So the people that are after Austin, you guys have some time. So
wait, Joey, can you just refresh me on the rules and maybe everybody? Is it if you don't pick you can never get it?
You can never get it again. No, you can never pick that crap up.
Oh,
no.
okay.
But can you get other versions? But can
just,
we say
just this one? Just.
But we can say like, I could have another variation of Luke if I wanted to, but I cannot have this one.
Yeah, you just can't have the Endor. Luke.
Krennic.
Oh, you just can't have the Endor Luke? Okay.
Krennic, then.
But you can have another Luke if you want.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess there's 5 million Lukes. I don't know.
Krennic. Okay. That.
Okay. Why? Because you're just gonna go freaking. I don't know. This is going to death.
Here's the thing. Endor Luke is fantastic, and he would go once again really well with my Leia and Wicket and whatnot. But I could have the Snow Speeder Luke, and I'd be extremely happy. Or just go with the Mando. I won't have another option for Krennic, so
Yeah, Krennic is one of those head sculpts that are kind of like Dooku, that it's very, very good. It's one of those that you compare to like Yondu and things like that. So I can see why a lot of people would lean in that way.
For me, he's like a standout figure. So like I love looking at collections and seeing things that I don't have. Yeah, that's fun for me. I love seeing all of y'all's collection and seeing figures and like, oh, dude, that is so awesome because I don't see it too often. And Krennic's one of those figures for me that every time I see it, I'm always like, oh god, that's awesome. Yeah. So Krennic for sure.
Okay. Daniel.
I'm gonna go Krennic as well. You know, I'm not a big fan of the Endor look, even though some of the accessories, like the Endor look, if you will. You could repurpose that as we were talking about earlier. But this Krennic, I'm agreeing with y'all, is one of Hot Toys' best head sculpts. The likeness to Ben Mendelsohn is incredible. Also, if you're not a fan of Tarkin, Krennic, you can make this into a Talos. I don't know if anybody's a fan of Secret Invasion or Miss Marvel, or Captain Marvel, whatever. But repurposing is a good option. This is a good set, 100%. Like I think me and Steve had talked about before, you can do some really impressive Rogue One displays. Like Steve just did in his display with almost like recreating that cold open from Rogue One. We had the Death Troopers walking in and Krennic's looking like this. It's menacing and it has a presence on the shelf, 100%. So Krennic all the way.
All right. Costa, which one are you picking?
Krennic.
Yeah, I did not make these hard at all.
No, well, I mean, my Endor Leia and Wicket could use the Endor Luke.
Yeah.
But I want to go back and collect pretty much the whole Rogue One line. I think that whole line is spectacular. I will. Because I don't think they're making. I don't think they're making. They're gonna make another Krennic unless when's the 10th anniversary? It's coming up, and
we're all just like, when's an anniversry happening? Pray for another one.
There's so many anniversaries. Yeah. Here's the funny thing about Hot Toys and anniversaries. When the anniversary's coming, the movie's been out already for all those years. Why aren't you announcing the figures a year before the anniversary so that they're out on the anniversary? Thank you. That's my 2 cents. That's my gripe for today. Come on, Hot Toys.
I know. I don't know. Same thing. I was thinking about the artisan Joker, or even the in-art Joker. Like, why didn't in-art not say anything for just another 6 months or something like that, and make it look like you're actually coming out with these things pretty faster than we think, because they were a new company, so they could have done that. They could have gave themselves that extra time and make themselves look better as well. That's what I always thought.
They've done it before.
They need that pre-order money.
I mean, 6 months is still a good time, though. I mean, they get some pre-orders.
Costa, you mentioned Rogue One, right? They released the Darth Vader Rogue One, I think, before the movie release, if I'm correct, right? So there's been times in Hot Toys' past where they know what a character is looking like. They know how it's going to come out. They know how they can almost estimate how it's going to sell. They should do that. They should, especially they just announced this artisan line for Joker and Anakin, right? Keep that top secret, in my opinion. I think this whole, not to open this can of worms again, but if you would have kept that top secret and just had the, pre-order just be the release and then just go crazy with that, that would have gone absolutely insane. And I don't know, collectors may have.
It's hard for them to. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say you're running into the problem where you have a lot of people that live or die off of a payment plan. So if you don't have those, these are expensive figures. They're getting more expensive. If you don't have that option of a payment plan, then you're not going to sell that many. There's a lot of people that's,
It didn't stop people from Anakin, though. Oh, well, actually.
Oh, no.
Well, actually,
you can do your own
for that. Yeah.
Listen, this is what you do. If you're on Sideshow, you order the figure. You don't have to put it on their payment plan, but you can afterwards. It doesn't matter. What you do is, let's say, for the Anakin, I was able to get it. What I'm gonna do, I'll say it's gonna come out in 15 months. It's 12 to 18 months, right?
Yeah.
Then you just buy a gift card each month that you divide it up, and then you can put that gift card on the figure. You can put that amount on there. So every month you're putting money down on your figure while you're paying it down, and instead of waiting and doing a
dropping some knowledge. Cool.
Yeah, I should have said, you know what, guys, you didn't hear any of that. I'm gonna do a whole video on it. Dibs.
Do it,
because then you can use that like acts as a reward, kind of, right? Like, can't you just use your rewards too? Say you buy, like, you get other figures during that period of time, and you like gain some rewards for figures that have been purchased too. You can't
use rewards on it after when you buy you can only use the rewards at the moment that you're gonna purchase it for pre-order. You can't.
I didn't know that.
But what I'm saying is, let's say, like, for the artisan Anakin, if I divide it over 15 months, it's about $28. So you get I'll just say a $25 gift card each month. So, and then you put it into your account, and then when you go into the order, it'll say, do you want to put your gift card balance? You want to use your gift card balance to put on the figure, and you just click that, and it puts the whole balance on the figure.
Yeah,
very cool.
Okay, that's smart knowledge. Yeah.
You just gotta be disciplined to actually do it. That's like the tough part.
Yeah.
Sideshow and done. Yeah, you got to make sure you do it.
Spreadsheets. You have your spreadsheet. You have it with the months, and then you.
And I like the gift card thing too, because like my thought when we said like, well, there's no payment plan. I was just thinking like, well, up until the release, you can just make your own. You know, every however many months, just put that money in a separate spot. Or just make sure you have it. But I like the gift card idea because you have to you're making a purchase.
Yeah.
And the money's going towards it. So like it's for sure happening. I think that's smart.
The other thing with the gift card too is if you need to cancel it, you'll get all that gift card money put into the Sideshow account.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
And use it for something else. Yeah.
So Steve.
Yeah. This is Yeah, so like if we can get other Lukes, this was kind of like what we were talking about in the last one. Like I think, I really like Mando Luke. It might be my favorite one.
You gotta have every Luke though.
No, I feel like I could probably let go of Endor Luke to keep Krennic. Krennic is so cool in person. Like he's just an amazing figure, and like I just got him out of the box two nights ago, I think. And he is so cool. I have him just like flank like 3 Death Troopers behind him. Because I got like a really good deal on a couple Death Troopers. So I tried to recreate, the opening scene. I put so he has this outfit that you're showing in the picture, but then he has like you can put like the raincoat on him. He comes with like this raincoat thing that he's wearing as well. You take his cape off and then you put his like this raincoat on. So like I try to, recreate the opening scene with him, which I think is just an awesome scene. And I always talk about Rogue One is like, as far as character designs and outfits and like trooper designs, Rogue One is just like top tier for me. So, you see that Death Trooper in the back, just looks so cool. So
yeah, he does.
For the sake of all that, I could pass on an Endor Luke and keep Krennic.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an incredible figure. And like Austin made a really good point too. It's not one that I know he's like, I wouldn't say he's really rare. Like, I feel like people have him, but you see him a lot less than you see a lot of other figures because he's not a main character. It's hard to justify the amount he's going for now, which I think is usually around like $350, $400 bucks.
Yep, it was $350, $400.
So it's really, somebody's probably, unless you really love that movie and you think you really love Krennic, like a lot of people probably aren't going to want to, spend that amount of money on a side character like this. You'd probably want to spend that amount of money on something else. So yeah.
Okay. All right. And the poll right here I actually have is that is 78% and this is 21. So geez, that was the farthest I think out of all of them. I think it was. But I'll remember next time to make it a little. I need to start asking because I don't ask you guys which ones.
That's fun. I would say I like when you just do the like we don't know until the stream.
Yeah,
I agree.
Okay. You gotta think on the spot.
Yeah, I like that too. But we'll go on to the next thing, guys. So
Joey, sorry, not to cut you off.
All right, cool.
Maybe one of the times, me, you, Danny, Steve, we will all make a this or a that.
Yeah.
and then send it to you. So like, I'll still be surprised by a couple of them.
Yeah.
But Steve will have his input or whatnot. So maybe we can talk about that in group chat.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we just make one for the guest, just one that the guest has to answer. That's really, really hard. We all collaborate on one.
Y'all would do some like Joker stuff.
It's that.
It's that. There we go. Yes.
I already picked it.
Yeah. Tails every time. Yeah.
So let's go on to the next one real quick. And now this is where we're starting to get a little bit more juicy. So here we go, guys. This is going to be Sabine from the Ahsoka show. We kind of saw this in the well, I don't want to say there's no spoilers here, so we're not going to spoil anything. But here she is.
We're not talking any spoilers for episode 1 or 2.
No spoilers. No spoilers yet. Come on, man.
We can be vague.
You can be vague, yeah. Well, I guess if you haven't seen it, come on, you aren't that big of a fan if you haven't seen it, honestly. But if you
says the person who hasn't seen Clone Wars or Rebels.
Oh God, okay. Yeah, at least watch this. At least
Joe, you set yourself up for that one.
I did. Is this gonna be a cop or drop for you guys? I know we haven't seen it.
Instant cop.
Okay, cop. Instant cop. I know everybody's probably gonna say cop on this.
It's a cop, especially if they do the whole ghost crew, and then we get a flashback of Kanan, and then I can get Kanan also.
Yeah.
Give me it all.
I wonder
how is doing because I like it.
Crew.
I'm very curious on how the head sculpt, if we get one, is going to look. I feel like she has
we're getting a head sculpt for sure. Yeah, with this figure.
Do you think it's going to be a long hair? Probably not a long hair head sculpt.
It'll be short.
It'll be short hair.
Yeah, it'll be short hair. Okay, yeah, because I'm not. I know she's more popular with the short hair.
Short hair.
Yeah. Artisan.
She's wearing the armor, so she's definitely
gonna have the short hair. Yeah.
She would look really cool long hair rooted though, with the colors and stuff. I think that'd be awesome, but I just don't. It's so
in
short.
A 2-pack. Yeah, because she has a different outfit on too.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
Totally love that.
It would be awesome, but it's just such short-lived time with her in that outfit and stuff. So like, would they do it? I would love to see that. I think that would be awesome. But this is probably gonna be the main one that she's gonna be wearing, obviously, for the
short-lived
duration
time
of the season.
They gave you IG 12 with the Grogu,
right.
And it was only in that for the one episode.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair point. I would love it if they did a long hair and a short hair. We're spoiling a little bit, but if you've seen the trailer, you can see her.
Yeah.
Honestly, just like Costa said, anything from the Ghost Crew, anything from Rebels, it's gonna be a yes.
Yeah, this whole entire show,
Star Wars, one of the best.
This whole entire show is coming home.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Rebels. I feel like a lot of people they're gonna make so much money off this freaking line.
Costa, would you get everything from this line, knowing what you've seen thus far?
I want definitely Chopper. Definitely, I want a Hu Yang. Right? Is that
dude, Hu Yang would be so cool. Make him die cast.
Tenet. He can go
make
right
Hu Yang die cast.
The 10th Doctor up there.
Looks so cool.
That would be great. Yeah, Merrick, both Balin and Shin. I'd even take a Morgan Elsbeth, Night Sister, baby.
Oh yeah, give her some.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Oh, shit.
No, that's all right. Well, Yomo said
you should have watched it already. It's Thursday.
Well, Yomo said that I haven't seen it yet because my wife wants to watch it together. She hasn't seen the Clone Wars or Rebels. So.
I feel like there's not a ton of like, even if you talk about 1 and I feel like even if I was spoiled on 1 and 2, it probably wouldn't be that bad because it's not like you're giving anything crazy away yet.
Yeah, we won't give nothing crazy. Well, yeah, because 1 and 2 they didn't have much. I mean, there wasn't anything crazy.
Oh, there was some good stuff.
There was, but there was nothing to be spoiled too bad about.
Yeah, when R2 did that thing, amazing.
Yeah,
when he came in and C-3PO was like, "What the hell are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm just plugging it into the unit."
When Qui-Gon came back, awesome.
Yeah, when we saw Qui-Gon Force Ghost, and he's
like, "What are you doing?" She doesn't have.
Like, you got tabbed too.
So I guess this will kind of segue into what I want to do. So we'll use my little thing that I have. So here we go, guys. I wanted to ask you guys for the first 2 episodes. I don't know if you guys want to rate these together or separate, but you can. But what do you guys give this as a rating?
Kind of has to be together, right?
Yeah, you can give it together. Yeah, but if you feel like,
are we doing a number rating or?
Yeah, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the best, just like, But we're gonna go
scale.
We're gonna go down the line with Daniel first, and then we'll just go. But Daniel, what are you rating both these, or whatever you want to do? Just say both or 1 and 2.
I'm gonna go with a 7 for both episodes. I think it was a solid start. A little slow, I think, but enough, I guess, apple in there for you to bite off and enjoy. But it wasn't a caramelized apple or anything like that, for sure. I enjoyed Marok, and I enjoy Shin and Balon, and I found out Mrs. Pashka told me that Morgan Elsbeth is the goddaughter of Bruce Lee, so that explains all the cool badass martial artists.
She does all that cool shit,
right? I was like, okay, cool. And she's like, what, 57? You said 60 years old almost, so she's killing it. Good. I think that some of the concepts they're introducing is a little interesting for what direction they're going in. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it yet, but I think it's definitely in the works and the makings for a better Star Wars series than what we got with Mando season 3 or Book of Boba Fett. While I think that Mandalorian definitely has a little bit, even with season 3, the premiere had a little bit more kick, I think, just, I guess, rewatchable factor, if you will. I don't see myself rewatching the first 2 episodes all that much. Maybe some episodes that are set to come or whatever, maybe the finale or whatever, but this premiere could have been stronger. That's what I'll say about it.
Yeah, and for somebody that and this is just my opinion, for somebody that hasn't seen the Clone Wars, the Rebels, and all that, it was a little slow for me, but I will say that I enjoyed it. I really liked it. I give it, like you said, a 7. I think so as well, 7.5 maybe for both. And I feel like it was very even like Myra, she was saying that dang, that just looks really good. She was like, is that CGI? Is this CGI? Like, bro, like it looked really, really good, honestly. And my TV's a little bit older, and it still looked freaking good. I can't imagine you guys with better TVs than me. But with that being said, Austin, what do you rate it? Both, separate, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I'm doing both because, like, for me, it's just one extended episode that just flows into the other.
Yeah.
7.5. Which 7. I don't want anyone to think that that's a bad rating at all. Like,
no,
if 10 is perfection,
7.5
isn't far off. I really enjoyed these first 2 episodes. It was a lot of fun, but also helped too. This is like the first Star Wars Disney Plus show that Rachel and I got to like actually watch
first
together. Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. You know, she just finished going through all Star Wars, so we just finished Rebels, so. This felt good getting back into. I really enjoy this. All the characters are really awesome, and I'm extremely excited just to see what's to come. So 7.5. I enjoyed the first 2 episodes.
Okay, it seems
also, like cinematography was so good in this.
It was.
Rogue One to me is like
damn
near perfection, for Star Wars. But this one was so good. They had so many Rebel-esque shots in this. Every time I would see something, it just made me smile, which just felt good. And it felt very Star Wars-y. The lightsaber scenes were great. Yeah.
I feel like the score was very good as well.
Yeah.
The
Joey, we lost your camera.
I know. I'm here. Hold on. It's coming. I lost battery. There we go. Here we go. But yeah, the score was really good. That the first part, whenever the score came in, it was really like that captured me. Let's see, Steve.
So,
oh crap!
I just have a question, Costa. You've seen all of the animated?
Every single thing.
Yeah. This is a 9 for me. 9 out of 10. These 2 episodes were just filled with so much good stuff.
I could tell that too. Yeah.
I could talk a lot about the first 2 episodes, which I will tomorrow. A shameless plug for my show that I'm doing tomorrow, but. Spoiler free, this was like they did a really good job of people who have seen it, like doing a good job for the people who have seen it, and also for the newcomers who haven't seen Rebels. The way that they developed the characters in the first 2 episodes, I thought they did a really good job and got you invested in. I was trying to think of it from like an outside perspective, like would I care about these characters if I didn't know about them from watching the animated stuff? I would. I'm like, especially the new characters, Baylan Skoll, Shin Hati. But when you are into Clone Wars and Rebels and you just see like these characters brought to live action and how they're making the characters, I'm just super happy about it.
I really like the saber fights in this one too. They're
this
really
is the story. I am very intrigued by where they're going to take this. I did not expect. I don't want to get into too much spoiler stuff, but the stuff that they talked about has significant implications. That's all. I guess that's all I'll really say. Like, I am very, very intrigued as to what's going to happen. Everything that they implied, as far as, you know, a couple things I'll mention is like ancient species and where they're going to go as far as, you know, where they're going to be traveling to. There is just some serious implications that, you know, I'm very interested to see where this is going to take us and what this means for the bigger picture of Star Wars moving forward, as far as like world building in Star Wars. Yeah. I'm trying to say this without giving any spoilers. But I'm really high on it. I think they casted everybody really well. All the characters, like I said, I feel like I'm invested in every character they showed. I felt like was like every single one of them was pretty much interesting. Like I was engaged with all the characters. Even though I felt like it was a little like, the only critique I guess I would say is that there were a couple slow points. But I also enjoyed the pacing, because I feel like for all the other Star Wars shows, everybody's just saying, oh, it was so rushed and they kept going through everything so fast. This was like very grounded and paced very well, where you were just in these moments while still like advancing the plot. Yeah. So I thought for like these first 2 episodes, I'm really high on it. 9 out of 10. I'm really happy with it. And all the lore, there's so much lore stuff. Like Costa said about, you know, Morgan, with, you know, what she is, and just like, I've been telling all of you guys, if you haven't seen it, go watch Clone Wars and Rebels. So you learn about Night Sisters, and you learn about all of that, and how Night Sisters are literally probably more rare than Jedi at this time, because Palpatine wiped them out. He wanted them wiped out. Yeah.
Dooku took them out. Yeah.
Yeah. So like they're more rare than Jedi after Order 66. So like to have a Night Sister is just a huge thing. And to introduce, and then you have like, you know, like witchcraft and magic. I think that's just so cool to have in Star Wars. So like I just like, and there was talk back in like Mando when they showed her Morgan Elsbeth that there was like some talk about maybe she is one and stuff. But yeah, to bring that in is just like, and that's why I say you should go watch that stuff. It adds so much more into these first 2 episodes if you've seen that stuff and you really get into it. But also I feel like I get really, really into that stuff. So just like I like to dig deeper into all the stuff that these 2 episodes have shown. And I'm really happy so far. So I'll stop rambling now, but I would say 9 out of 10.
All right, good. That's a good rating. Costa, what do you rate it?
I give it a 2.
We know that.
It's opposite day. No. I give it a solid 8. I didn't feel, for me, I didn't feel the slowness. Maybe it's because I just like love the characters so much, and Dave Filoni and what he's done. Some of the best stuff in Clone Wars and Rebels is this like the mythos and the lore that he brings. Like one of my favorites was this episode of Clone Wars where you had they're on a planet called Mortis, and there's the father, the son, and the daughter, which represent the Force, and it was just was a beautiful, like, I think it was a 2-parter. I love that. I loved the world between worlds, the whole thing of like finding it, and the Loth Wolves, and just all that myth that I think we're gonna see in the show. The score was done by the guy who did the Clone Wars and Rebels. He's done other stuff too, but this is his first live action Star Wars, and it was fantastic.
It was phenomenal.
I loved. Now, all right, I get it. It's not part of like the Skywalker saga, but why couldn't we get the crawl to be just like the regular fucking crawl, and then start like, why can't that just be the fucking beginning of all the Star Wars? Sorry, I'm cursing. It's 11 at night here. Nobody's gonna, or
like the normal crawl instead of this red weird flat crawl.
But I mean, that kind of mimics the Clone Wars last 4 episodes of season 7, where everything is red when they do the beginning of that last 4 episode arc of the Clone Wars. But like, to have a crawl was awesome. Again, they just need to do like that's Star Wars. No need to like separate it from Skywalker Saga or whatever. Rogue One should have had one, although it was a crawl. Like the whole Rogue One was the crawl of A New Hope. So anyway,
Nick saying, was that crawl done in Times New Roman font?
It was really odd looking. Yeah, it was like the wording. I was like, this is interesting that they're doing this.
Was it in Calibri? I don't know.
Oh,
dude, I thought you were serious on it. I thought you were serious on a 2 out of 10 for a second. I was like, holy shit, what did I do?
I didn't know. I was like, I know that's not true.
I love the addition of that. Like, where was Hu Yang this whole time? Like, it's like he just pops up after the Order 66 and all that time that the Empire was running things. My gripes with the show are like, a lot of the stuff happened off screen. So like all the stuff between Ahsoka and Sabine, we didn't see. Like, why? Like, throw us a flashback. Do so. I don't know.
They probably
like,
will though. I mean, they probably
they're
will.
building up to it.
Yeah.
I guess, but like,
how are they gonna break
give
that
it to
down?
me? Give it to me in that first 30 minutes. You know, give it to me. Like, I need to know why they're having this like all these trouble. And you could have done like a few flashbacks. You could have started off with a flashback. You know, this is definitely. I'm trying to think. Yeah, this might be the best Disney Plus Star Wars series, though Andor's pretty freaking good.
Yeah, I heard Andor was good,
but it's different. Andor's so different.
Yeah,
but it is so good. Andor so good. But yeah, I'm very excited. I personally wish maybe they could have done this in movies, and it would have been come out better. I don't think Marvel and Lucasfilm really have mastered television. I don't see. I know you have a streaming service, but like, I don't know, having the movies, being able to spend a lot of cash on them because they'll make money, being able to develop them and write them better. But kudos to Dave Filoni.
Yeah, he did good.
The man.
He was the chosen one. George Lucas picked him.
Ahsoka's his baby. Ahsoka's his baby. That's why I have a lot of confidence in this show.
I love the part where he's like George is like need a Padawan. He's like, okay, Anakin, it's gonna be his Padawan. But he's like, he doesn't have a Padawan. He has a Padawan now. And it's like, okay, George, whatever you say, sir. We're gonna just so yeah, I'm excited about the series. I just the next episode is supposed to be short. That's what I hate about these Disney series. Like, why can't you just be like everything 45 minutes or longer, and you just fill it?
Mando was like that too. Mando was short.
I hate. Like,
hopefully it's at least 30 minutes, because man.
If it's not more than 30 minutes, that's
I hope
ridiculous.
It's at least 30.
Mando season 1 and 2, great. Season 3 was so all over the place. Like, you're just like, I mean, the Book of Boba Fett's Mando was better than some of the episodes of season 3.
That's true. That's true.
So, anyway.
Can I just say one more thing about this? Another interesting thing. So, like, another thing is, if you haven't watched, like, Joey, I guess you haven't watched it. I'm not singling you out or anything. I feel like I've done that enough when it comes to Clone Wars and Rebels, jokingly. But I think, when you're even reading the opening crawl, and you see on there former Jedi Knight. You could know everything about how that happened if you just watch Clone Wars and you saw exactly what has happened with Ahsoka. Like, you don't you see former Jedi Knight, and like I guess everybody else is just reading that. If you don't know, you're like, okay. Like for me, that would be wondering, well, why is she a former Jedi Knight? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like what led her to become that? Like I said, like her arc is just I personally couldn't imagine watching the show without having known her as a character since the beginning, since like the origination of Clone Wars. Like it just enhances everything about the show so much for me. So I'm just going to keep preaching that. Go watch Clone Wars and Rebels. It's just so I can't think of another show where there's something more critical to watch it. I know that hasn't like people are saying, well, you don't really need to watch it. For me, I just couldn't imagine watching this without not knowing anything about Hera and Chopper and Ahsoka, and like I would just,
there's
I would implore you, go watch
there's
it.
no attachment to the characters. There's not that attachment. Like I'm wondering where the hell is Hera's son?
Yeah.
That's not a spoiler. That happened in Rebels.
He's gonna be shown.
Jason, where the hell's Jason Syndulla?
And then people are gonna see that, and it's gonna show him, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, she has a son."
And he's
okay,
a Force user,
but it's
right?
like this is a huge deal. That's why I say like the implications for all these characters, you're not really gonna know. But at the same time, if you're like a casual viewer, this show I feel like is still appealing because you get so much from these new characters too, especially Baylan and Shin. Like those two are gonna be, I think, really critical, obviously, to the story. I have some thoughts about them and who they are, but
I can kind of see. Yeah, I can kind of see where y'all are coming from, because it's kind of like if I never watched, I guess, Breaking Bad and just watched Better Call Saul, it wouldn't have hit as hard,
Yeah. Oh no,
it wouldn't
exactly.
Yeah.
But
So
at the same time, Joey, you're kind of like I wouldn't like you haven't gotten really deep into that, but you were still like I like the episode. What did you rate it again? A 7?
The 7.5.
Yeah, 7.5. Yeah. So like you still liked it and still got something out of it, and I think that's important.
Yeah.
But
it was fun just to see Star Wars again. It was good to see lightsabers again. I loved it. As not being a Star Wars fan for so long, it was good. It was good. I liked it.
Yeah,
but it was slow for me though. But I can see how for you guys it wouldn't be, because you're remembering all this. You're connecting things, and I'm not doing that. But I do know some of the stuff that you guys have told me.
And then you see like Lothal, and then you see like Governor Azadi, and like he plays a role in Rebels, and then you see Jai Kell, and like he is a character in Rebels. So like all these people you're seeing are all people you've seen before in the animated show, so it just like enhances it so much.
And some of them actually voice those characters. So like Clancy Brown was Azadi. So
you just hear it, and you're like, that's my most anticipated thing is finally hearing Thrawn speak in live action,
right?
And hearing his actual voice that he has in the show, and seeing that, like, and hearing that in live action is just going to be just so cool. But you don't get that if you haven't watched the show. It's gonna sound incredible.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, I'll stop now. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Sorry.
So I just
also
have
for the people real quick.
Yeah.
Dave Filoni is going to break the Star Wars universe wide open. Just be prepared for...
That's a really good spoiler-free way to say it. 100%.
Yeah. Wide open.
Yep.
New places. Yay.
I think I know. Yeah.
That's why I say like big implications. This is going to like potentially make it so they can go and just do some really, really cool stuff. Some more cool stuff that hasn't really been explored.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. I can't wait to see how it turns out, even just for casual. But I do have one more question for you guys. This is the last question of the night. I know we're getting past that 2-hour mark, but here we go. Who is your favorite character so far in this show? I know it's only been 2 episodes, but you got to have one character that you like the most. Which one are you picking? Let's see, Costa. We can start with you first.
Chopper. I love Chopper.
Chopper. Yeah, he was already wanting to commit war crimes right away.
I'm ready for a Chopper Hot Toys. The most intriguing one to me is Baylan. Like, he is ruthless yet has a soft spot. Like when he talks about Ahsoka, and he just... Would that be a spoiler if I say like he doesn't wish ill will on like people, I guess. But like for me, this is hard, but I'll put him because he's the most intriguing. Huyang, Sabine, all of them. Like I'm like I want them all. I want them all.
I bet all these are gonna get made as Hot Toys, except maybe.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh man,
God! If they do not, cool. Yeah. If that crew, if
cool.
the crew doesn't at least get made, I'll be like, why? You'll have Sabine.
Why even
Ahsoka,
do the figures?
And then yeah, if they do a Huyang, I'm day one in that easy because that's like
100%.
David Tennant, my man, love him. Anyway, I'll go with Balin.
Okay. Steve, who's your favorite?
Yeah, this is tough. Like, I don't know if I could pick just one, but I thought like, Balin's presence in the first couple episodes was just so cool, and he's such an intriguing character. And I think him, I would say like it's kind of a combo. Like I would say it's probably a tie between him and Shin Hati. I just want to see like what they do as far as like what were their characters. I mean, I wouldn't say this is necessarily I guess this isn't necessarily a spoiler, but like I guess like a couple maybe like. And maybe it is a spoiler. I don't know if like the history of his character is necessarily a spoiler about, like where he's from. But like, is she potentially? This is just speculating based on them. Like, is she potentially like his daughter?
I was thinking that.
Yeah, like is she his daughter? She's obviously really young. Like she's looking like she's in her 20s. So she didn't survive Order 66 because she's super young. So she had to have been born after that probably. So like, why are they together? What's their like, what is their intent? Like, do they really want to follow what's being done? Like kind of like Casa, alluded to with like the soft spots and just like, there's some like, some elements of Star Wars in there of like, well, there's some good in you potentially, you know what I mean? Their lightsabers are orange. They're not pure red. Yeah. So it's like, they're not truly to the level of Sith. So there's like, all those little things to me are like really intriguing. So I would say probably a tie, but I will give a shout out to Marak too, because like he looks so badass. Like he's that would just be such a cool figure with that Inquisitor lightsaber. But I'll go Balin and Shin for my, I would say it's a tie right now between those two as far as like, the ones that I'm, I guess favorite. I don't know if I'd say favorite, but the ones that are, I guess I'm
so far,
in right now.
Yeah. I think mine would be Balin. I think that would be it for me because how he came in just reminded me of Rogue One Vader. I think that scene in the hallway and everything that just reminded me of that, and I thought that was really cool. But Austin, who you got as
so maybe not favorite, but most interesting.
Yeah,
absolutely Balin and Shin. So now it's pretty much everything you guys said. I'm really loving Balin, because there's so much unknown about them, and the little that we do know just makes it that much more interesting. But also Balin has like this Dooku vibe to me, where there's like this elegance, but also he seems a lot more menacing in the way of just like the opening of episode 1, and then what pursues after that. And in the scenes that we got with Shin, she was fantastic.
Yeah, she was good.
Yeah, she was.
She barely said anything, right?
No, but it's just the look.
The casting is just spot on.
Yeah,
and like how she like wields her lightsaber and how she duels is fantastic. And also, even when she's not saying anything and she's taking like orders or directions from Balin, and just seeing like the look on her eyes and how she's receptive to these quote unquote commands or directions or whatever, there's a lot there, or it appears to be a lot there as she's taking the commands in or the directions in, which just kind of leads into the speculation that Steve and Costa kind of mentioned about their connection there and what it could be. But absolutely Balin and Shin are the most interesting, that I'm wanting absolutely more backstory to. And then what is their role going forward too?
Like what's their intention? What's their role in it?
Because we absolutely know that
they're crazy.
There's gonna be more to it.
And they are in like Balin is, obviously they're powerful, but Balin's like a powerful dude. Like he's got he's got power.
I heard
that shown in the first episode,
yeah,
and he's got power. So it's like,
too, the
fact and then it's like, well, why are you working for? Like, is his true intention going to be to work for somebody? You know what I mean? Like, that's just where it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, the fact he also knows Morgan and some of these abilities and didn't come off as that much of a shock. I mean, he's had
where they going with all that?
You know, he has experience, and to what degree, I guess we'll have to find out.
Yeah. But Daniel, who are you picking out of here? Who's your favorite character?
I'm gonna probably go with Hera. I think Hera's probably the most accurately done character from Rebels to live action so far. I love her interaction with Chopper. I think that scene where he's like asking her if really her stuff. Or she went through her stuff was super hilarious and super well done. It shows that not only can it seems we're going in a pretty almost serious storyline going forward here. So I like little bits of humor going in there, especially any scene with Chopper and Rebels. I've watched YouTube compilations of him getting pissed off at stormtroopers and whatnot on Rebels, and that one scene, and I think it's like season 1. Where he's like, blah, 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 stupid fucker. Like, it's the funniest thing.
Yeah, you hear Chopper
mouth droid on Star Wars. Yeah, I can't wait for the hot toy. But Hera for sure.
Yeah, I think the hot toys Hera would be really good. I think that they would nail that one.
Danny, that was a really good point you made about like the humor, because I feel like some people in the past have said like, oh, the humor doesn't fit with what they're doing, but like the amount of humor that they had in this with that scene with Chopper and stuff, I thought was appropriate given the tone of the show. You know,
yeah,
they blended it so well. Like, compared to like how Rebels is with Chopper, compared to I guess now with the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka, it is the exact same. Like, and he looked so good too. Like, I would say, you know, R2 is a classic and whatnot, but this is definitely the best live action droid in a long time.
Great. Yeah. All the characters look great. I don't think I saw a character where I was disappointed in like, oh, they're they don't look good in coming over into live action. I think they nailed it.
Yeah, the adaptation from the animation to live action has been, at least for me, fairly flawless.
Yeah.
It almost feels like Dave Filoni like methodically planned this out, right? Like back in 2014, he was thinking like, okay, maybe what if this ever does get put in live action? How would I want these characters to look, right? Like if I translated Ahsoka live action, would it look good? If I translated Chopper live action and Hera and all these Thrawn even, right? Like how would it come across on screen? So it almost seems like it's been in the works, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, guys, we are at the end of the stream now. Hope anybody got anything else to say about Ahsoka or anything? Y'all want to say anything about
ready for more, man.
Yeah.
I hope they don't mess it up.
Yeah. Shit, that would be terrible if they do.
Filoni, we trust, guys.
Yeah.
Give me a hot toy that doesn't.
Yeah, but
they
also gave us the Book of Boba Fett, and the uneven season 3 of the Mando. So
this one's gotta hit. Like it's gotta hit for sure.
It has to. Yeah.
It's weird. I've been hearing like I have a couple friends who have literally told me I'm canceling Disney Plus if this show isn't good. Like that's where they're at when it comes to shows.
So what about
like,
Kenobi?
If I don't like it, I'm canceling it.
Was Kenobi made?
I think Kenobi started off like they can't finish. They don't finish things well, even with the Marvel side on these TV shows. Like Loki for me hit the landing. I had no problem with WandaVision's whole season. I liked WandaVision.
Yeah, I like.
But a lot of the other stuff, it just like they start off, you're like, yeah, okay, and then it ends like what?
Yeah. And it's short. It's only like a lot of these. I'm really happy. I will say I'm really happy this is 8 episodes. You know, rather than I think like Obi-Wan was 6.
6, yeah.
I forget what Book of Boba Fett was, but like it's nice. But they better pack these episodes full of stuff.
I believe Secret Invasion only came out to be about almost 3 hours, maybe. They could have made it into a movie. Like they.
I feel like what ends up happening too is with all these shows, there's one episode that comes out where everybody's just like, oh, this was just a filler episode, and everybody gets mad about it. So it's gonna be interesting to see like what episode in this of these 8 is just like what is gonna be the least liked episode of the 8. That's kind of an intriguing thing to think about. Of like, is one gonna fall flat? I hope not. I hope they're all good.
Yeah.
I hope they're all good. I hope that doesn't happen. But I feel like that's what people's like. Unfortunately, that's what some people expect now. Is it's just not like the shows aren't hitting the way that they want them to, and this is like the saving grace, if you will. I personally don't feel that way, but I feel like that's the vibe that a lot of people put out. They want, like, everybody wants this show to be good.
Yeah. Well, guys, I guess we'll talk about what everybody has going on the channel. Daniel, I'll start off with you. What you got coming up? Do you have anything?
Yeah, man. So starting next week on Wednesdays at 6 p.m., I have a new series starting called Collecting from the Book of Spotchka.
Yeah.
And essentially it is just a series where I bring on, my first guest is going to be Austin and Carlos Reversio, and we just bring out a few movies randomly. Some of them are going to be from my guest. One of them is going to be from me. One of them is going to be from you guys, from the poll that I'm going to start Monday. So Monday, get your votes in, see what the movie you want it to be is, or TV show. We're just going to basically talk about what figures we'd like to see from the property, or how we would display them. If we had just $10,000 to build the ultimate diorama, what we're going to build, how would we display it?
That's pretty cool.
I
like that.
So Collecting from the Book of Spotchka, coming Wednesday at 6:30 or 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And like we said in previous Copper Drops, we got this trip coming up. Super excited for that, and it'll be the vlog from All Vlog Mother God. So I'll get excited for that.
It's gonna be fun. Daniel's link is in the comments or in the description, you guys. So make sure you hit that follow and subscribe button, Instagram and YouTube. Austin, you got coming up? We know you got some things going on.
Yeah, so doing my first figure review tomorrow.
Ooh.
We'll see what that turns out like, and if I like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, I'll have a vlog out here soon as well. I'm hoping to have a weekly one out on the channel. And then Instagram, same as usual. Unboxing of the new figure each week, and then pictures of it being displayed, and then whatever else. So then obviously the trip.
The trip is going to be really, really fun. Steve, what about you? What you got coming
so
on?
Tomorrow I'm starting a new series on my channel. It's going to be tomorrow night. It's going to be, I'm pretty sure moving forward, it's going to be Friday nights. But tomorrow night's 8:30. It's going to be either 8 or 8:30 Central Time. Tomorrow's 8:30, called After Ahsoka, basically just talking about the first couple episodes of Ahsoka. I'm going to have Graham from the Jedi Knights Watch on, and then also Mike, pause, Literus.
Okay.
He's going to be on the show. Mike's going to be on the show as well. So we're going to be talking. So we're going to be talking about Ahsoka and kind of a breakdown of the episodes. It's going to be full on like spoiler cast basically. So all spoilers, talking about Ahsoka, our like impressions, kind of our predictions moving forward, and then some figure talk about different Ahsoka figures. So that's going to be a new series I'm doing every Friday. And then I'm still going on, like, I'm going to keep going with the collector tour every Monday. Usually it's around 8 or 8:30, depending on the guest time, 8:30 Central as well, where if you guys aren't familiar with collector tour in the chat, it's where I basically just interview, collectors and kind of gain their insight into the hobby and, what got them into collecting, where they can talk about themselves and not so much their collection. That's been a blast. I think it's going to be episode, I forget now. Is it 8 or 9? I don't know.
I think it's I don't know either.
I think it's 8 or 9. So that's been a lot of fun. I'm loving doing that. So you can go check that out on my channel if you want to watch some past episodes. There's a lot of good people I've had on so far that have been really, really good, great guests. So go check that out. So busy, but a lot of fun stuff coming out.
Costa, we know you got some things coming out. What you got coming out?
I'm working on a series of tutorials. This is going to be the first in a series of risers. Like, so
that looks
make
nice.
them out of. I'm trying to make them so that they look industrial and go with the display case, and then they don't cost much to make. Like the board is like $5. These are like a couple of dollars each if you buy them from the one website, and then this one's white. You can make them black. You can make them diorama-ish if you want. Like it, you can do whatever you want. These are so easy. You can even just have Home Depot cut the wood for you if you want to go that way.
You get all that on Amazon, you think, or Oh, except for the board.
These I tried to find these. These are just like craft boards. I specifically wanted them to be a 1/2 inch thick so that they had some substance, but they weren't too thick, and then you'd have to get like bigger screws and stuff. But I'm working on this tutorial now. I have other tutorials. I've got all kinds. Just go to the website if you want to learn how to build any of these cases, floating shelves in your cases.
Link
I got all that stuff there. Yep. And I'm on the East Coast, so it's 12:22, and I'm tired.
I know. I do this a little late, so I give Brother Cousins a little courtesy, not overlapping him.
No, I get it. Wait, by the real quick, where are you guys? Where's your location in the central time zone?
We're all central.
But where are you?
Oh, Dallas.
State, Dallas. Old Spotchka.
Tennessee,
and then Evil Sneaker. Where you at?
Wisconsin.
Okay. And Austin's in Arkansas. Because I did love the central time zone. I lived in St. Louis for like 6 years. So I've experienced that where. What was that?
Yeah, about 4.5 hours for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to. I worked for a place called Mid America Transplant Services, so I would fly to Arkansas to do organ and tissue transplantation retrievals. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're all meeting up later in the next month
nice.
Yeah, we're all meeting up, going down there for to meet the Collecting Weekly guys and just do a lot of vlogs and watch a lot of go in a lot of stores and stuff. But what I got coming up, of course, Copper Drop every Thursday 9 p.m. I might go down to 8:30 p.m. hopefully one of these days. What else? Who's That Hot Toy every Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Let's see. I just came out with the Amazing Spider-Man review right here. Looking good. That's all I got on the channel, basically. Just reviews and things like that, guys. But it has been a really good day. Thank you guys for coming on. Thank you, Costa, for being a guest.
Thanks so much. Yeah. Even the being so late there, appreciate you sticking around
And I don't know, should I start announcing the next week's guests already? Like, I guess the people that are here.
It's up to you.
I'll just say we're gonna have Iron Logan on next week.
What?
Yeah, we're gonna
all the way from Logan. Australia.
Yes, he's actually gonna be there in the morning. So hopefully you guys tune into that one. I see one person said something. Great show as always. Thank you, Aaron Collects. Awesome. Glad to see you here.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. Chat, thank you so much for being here. It has been Collector Joey and everybody else in here. Remember, links in the description. See y'all later. Peace.